Just like, hey, you want to sleep? Too bad. Fuck you, big ass blue light.
That's why I only use it when I'm using the laptop.
Put like a paper over it or something.
It's not how it works.
Put something over it.
I'm gonna go default dance my way to a drink. I'll be right back.
You do that. Wait for everybody to get connected and good shit. I'm going to eat a little bit of this raspberry Danish beside me.
Yummy.
Okay. I'm just turning on my hotspot.
How many gigabytes do you have?
All of them.
Oh my god, this fucking music.
I have 54 left.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's only just turned over.
Oh,
Hey, you
well,
could download all of Far Cry 5.
and then nothing else for the rest of the month.
Yeah, and just play Far Cry 5 because that's all I've got going for me. Okay, roll 20. Do yo's. I forgot I had Photoshop on here. That's awesome.
I'm going to
Also,
Cage's game. It's all photoshopped, custom tokens and shit.
Oh yeah,
Nah, I won't do it. Fuck that.
I spent like an hour trying to work out how to get all that free shit that Rosie added us about. Didn't that me though? Very sad.
Soccer.
Well, if you have an account, they should have sent you an email.
Yeah, I got an email and I clicked on it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And when I click on it, it's like, not purchasable. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to purchase. I just want to fucking add it. But no. Because I have like a Plus account, so I should get like, some Salt Marsh shit. No, Port of the fucking, I don't know what it. One of the newest books.
Wild Mouth?
Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That's the one.
Oh, Mad Mage!
You
Run,
get
Mad
like
Mage.
a small portion of the
Mage.
book, but I didn't work out how to unlock it.
Ooh, notification.
And can be.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So when I did it, there were two links. One of them added one thing to my account through the link. The other had like a code I had to enter.
Josh, what the fuck?
What, you don't like my placeholder music?
Oh, I love it!
It's so good.
No, I just realized they can't crack one open because it's in a bottle. You can't hear it.
I mean, ask someone to do it for you.
Game night is still on for free users, for pro users.
It's not as loud as I wanted it to be.
Notifications, redeemed a code.
You can hear me pour it.
So look, I'm just gonna throw it in the games room. I don't know if this code will work for anyone else, but this is the code that I redeemed for Dastardly Demons, Demon Dungeon, Roadside Ambush Map Pack, and Cozy Cabin Map Pack.
I got an email from Roll20, and
yeah,
I
I'm supposed to get Water Deep,
and it is the Taco Tuesday Part 2 by Joshua P.
Yes!
Yeah,
Thanks.
Fuck yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm supposed to get Water Deep, Tomophos, and quite a ton of map and art packs.
A ton!
Yeah, you're supposed to get the Dungeon of the Map Mage
So
Adventure
heavy.
Preview, Rockmart Tomb of Fro's Introductory Adventure, and a ton of map and art packs.
But where am I supposed to click to get that? Because if I just click on, you know, like Tomophos.
Yeah, that code totally worked. Thanks, Rosie.
Oh wait, it did?
Yeah, it did.
Nice.
And they go in, but it did.
Yeah, I don't know about the pro ones because I don't have a pro account anymore, so
Yeah.
I can't tell you how those links are meant to work.
You
even
click on them, it brings you to the page, so long as you're logged into the Roll20, and then you just validate the code.
Ah. Oh yeah, my code is exactly the same as yours.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Well, the free ones work quite easily.
Nice. Nice. Nice cock.
Nice.
Whoa. Nice cook.
You're finally awake. You died to those banshees over there. Not trying to cross the border like the rest of us. Look at that golem over there. He executed High King Hrothgar.
He consumes the ship and becomes that big.
Okay.
I've had to.
Let's take her out of here.
Yeah, when I click on the free ones, it takes me to the code. But if I click on the premium ones, it's like, not for sale.
Yeah,
Right.
because they block you off, but you still have access to it within your creator.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess just the way they've set it up is that it's literally just the same code. It just unlocks more stuff if your account is it has a pro subscription.
Correct.
Instead of
Otherwise-
instead of just giving you a separate code. Because if you had a separate code, you could just give it to people that don't have pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one that you're talking about, I know exactly what you're talking about, is it's like a fucking module pack, and it's supposed to say like this is part of a bundle, blah blah blah. But you still have access to that said pack through your map creator. You can't download it, but you can still use it.
Load up
Why-
the gulag.
So, last time, Lostrana, you arrived. Secret Isle. Machines that go real fucking hard in the paint. After setting down your ship after exploration, much time passed, yes. You explore ship, yes? And then you go, ah, is ghost. And they say boo a lot. And then they start screaming really badly. And you almost die. Mostly burned. But that was a mistake on rules. So he shouldn't die. But he came back anyway. Valas was proven to be useful. Raised Captain Bird. Everyone's happy. Ironstrad realized that this ship might be well known. Though it doesn't look like it's aged as much as it should. Though, especially with Banshees, you know, maybe more spooky shit going on in the Isle. Who knows what's going on? You're about to find out.
Best recap ever.
So, fitness gram pacer test?
Is that how you're reviving me? The fitness grand pacer test?
Well,
And we
no,
already
I've
revived you.
Look,
but
we
I'm
know you
not-
just died, but you got to do
I'm
a fitness
requesting
gram
you.
pace.
We gotta make sure your heart's beating right. You just died right on the floor with no pulse and cold as shit, but you know, we're gonna make you run to get that thing pumping again.
Like-
I
Hey,
was
so
dead
Captain.
for like 6 seconds.
That's cold enough.
It's more like 30 seconds because I was like standing there telling Ironstrad to put him down.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing, man?
Yes.
The shutter. Yeah, the fucking single tear as the wind just.
It's raining today.
Sorry.
What a
It was
terrible day
almost
for rain.
nice being dead. Why is Brad crying?
He broke his stuff.
Just so happy to see you.
That's a lie.
He dropped his stick.
I can't get over the music. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, it's still this music.
Yes.
Is this a banjo and kazooie?
Sounds like it.
Conquer Bad Fur Day.
It's about the
Even
same thing.
better.
Worth rare.
God bless us, everyone.
Thanks for that, Josh. That was great.
How long was I dead for?
Oh, about 20 seconds.
My uncle got through half of his lecture about running into a glass wall.
Sorry, what?
Is it really that common?
Half of my lineage has died to glass walls, Millerin.
Hmm.
But the windows in the ship are green. How did you just not see the green?
I thought it was like shade.
That's fair. That makes sense.
Regardless, I survived hitting the window. That's what makes me better. Anyways, let's take a look around on the ship. I think my heart's still going.
You sure you don't want to patch yourself up a bit first?
Yeah, we're
Fitness
not
grad.
looking too good.
Pacer test.
All right, fine. The fitness gram pacer test.
I carry you.
I'll stay here and keep watch.
Slash roll.
Can we not do
One of
the-
those
that's-
things did
that's
run
how-
away. It might come back.
I don't even remember what the fitness gram pacer test roll was. Let me go look.
It's been a while.
10d6 at second level.
I haven't
Okay.
belted you guys across the ass this hard in a while, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then
That's
we'll
good.
cast it. We'll cast the fitness gram pacer test at third level, so we'll get it. We'll get out of 20d6.
Nice.
Well, everybody heals 68 that participates in the fitness gram pacer test.
Nice.
Oh,
What other third level spell did I use?
volley.
Is that a spell?
You use the
No.
one that
Mhm.
makes you have
No,
advantage on attack.
That's
yeah.
fourth level.
Oh.
That's the
So-
only spell I remember using because we only did like one round of combat.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna give myself that third level spell slot back because I clearly just didn't give it back the last time I used it. So I'm missing one of those. Anyways,
God, why'd you have to do that in the water? That was horrible.
dude, what in the
Making you
water?
work for it.
Alright, fitness gram pacer test in like shallow water.
It's like
You have a
trudging.
swim speed.
That's, you're not swimming at that point.
The only one that has the right to complain is Millerin. We all have the blessing of Leviathan, Valis.
I also didn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
The water's like up to my ankle. Have you ever ran in wet sand?
Yeah, see, what you do is you kick outwards when you run. So you look like a spastic, but you're getting over the water. It's how the cool kids do it.
That sounds painful for the ankles.
I mean, not if you do it like that. I mean, you kind of just screw them with your knees at that point, unless your ankles.
I'm
Also
gonna-
wearing full plate armor at all times.
I'll pop another divine sense, see if anything else is alive in the...
For that, you do not sense any fiend, undead, abomination, or fey.
Right.
Can't sense abominations, I know, but I just wanted to tag that on there anyway.
Haha, we got that one for free. No abomination.
Oh, yes.
But there could be abominations. You just can't sense them.
What about nations of people named Bob? A Bob nation, if you will.
Abomination.
I don't know if I could bob by this.
What about people named Bob from the country Nation? A Bob of
Ooh.
Nation.
Ooh, interesting.
Whoops. Should not
Alright,
drop
what's
that.
the damn ship?
Well, get up here already.
Yeah, I can fly. I can easily get on boat.
Do you want help?
No. I climb up the boat. Please don't kill me. Iron Stride walks through the boat.
He fucking punches a hole. Do, 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 do. Alrighty, so upon inspecting this ship, you can see that there are mummified corpses,
Ew.
Mummified corpses?
completely mummified. Their clothes tattered, sun bleached, their skin as well. They look almost as if they were perfectly preserved on the upper decks here.
I
Especially
feel like these ones got sucked by the banshees.
especially checking around and feeling the various parts of the deck and looking at many of the materials around aside from the husked bodies and such all around. You'd see them in various locations of the ship. But at this point, as you do search around a little bit more, you start to realize that there's no rivets. They're all smooth, flush, and just kind of colored that way. It's almost like this ship is entirely one piece. Even some of the rope and other stuff around the rigging, the knots feel far too smooth.
Well, that's weird.
So,
I wonder if it was. No.
sorry, you first.
I wonder if the ship was grown like the ones from the vampires, you know?
I don't know, I'm getting boat in a bottle feels. What if it was carved?
The music playing in my head says there's a deeper story here.
Yeah. I actually have a question, Josh, about the people and what they're wearing. Does anything seem out of place? Like, anything about them seem wrong?
So, for the various bodies that are upon the deck, as you go to check them out, you can see that, especially with their clothing, they're of all various states, and some are extremely decayed, others torn away, some are naked, just completely still, and seem almost like they're suffused with the deck. When you go to try and like push one aside, or even kind of like nudge it a little with your weapon just to see if they move, you can see that the deck doesn't let them go. They're completely fused to it. As you do kind of give it a little prod, you can hear what sounds like the soft squeak of air escaping the lips of the body.
Mm. I don't like this. They're part of the ship,
Part of the crew.
right?
I mean, it's not any sort of necromancy shit, but it might be some other sort of magic.
Is the captain's cabin above deck?
If only there was a way to detect what kind of magic there was, perhaps with a spell.
Oh, it's too bad.
Yeah, that's really a shame.
Guess we'll never know.
Unfortunate, really.
Scroll through my brain and see if I have that.
I mean, if you want to sit around for 10 minutes, I can cast it.
I can
Sure.
remove magic.
You can
I
cast
can't
it while we
detect
look at
magic.
stuff.
So,
All right.
you sit there and cast for
Is
10 minutes, and the captain's cabin is on the upper deck.
Mhm.
So, as you
Can I please look in the captain's cabin? I don't know which end it's at.
it would
Maybe
definitely
the
be
front end.
towards the aft.
Fuck. I make my way to the aft of the ship to look in the cabin and see if there's anything in there.
Alright.
Anything that says anything about why this is like this.
Roll me an investigation.
How about I don't? We pretend that I did. Oh, wait, wrong character. This might go okay. Nope, I was wrong.
Shit about superpower bird.
Yep, should've.
So, looking around, you're not really seeing too much. There's a jumble of papers there. You can see charters, especially for in various states of decay. You can see that, especially when you push one paper aside, the desk itself seems to have filled in the hole, and the other part of the map is on the desk and perfectly meshed, like it was almost drawn there in color. Even though some of these papers have deteriorated, it's clearly copied them all over.
Piss creep.
Alright. And, Valis, when you start scraping at some of the wood, obviously Misky is searching around, you start to see that the wood itself kind of molds almost like it's being depressed in, not even like cut, like it gets pushed inward by almost a little bit like Play-Doh. Are you gonna try and press harder to try to actually break the surface?
Yeah, I wanna like try and keep scratching at it to like, you know, as if you were writing something in a tree.
Alrighty. Inflatable ship. Alrighty, so Telrath, you go ahead and head on back, and while Valis is doing that, and Millerin is finishing her casting a detect magic.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, as you get into the cabin, the captain's cabin, you definitely feel unnerved walking into this part of the ship. At this point, Valis, as you finish and you finally pierce it, Miller, and you casting this, see that the ship has some form of magic about it. A huge energy coming from it. And Telrath, you're looking at the various pieces of paper. You can see that there is a captain's ledger there, still intact, kept nicely by the leather bound.
I'll pick it up if I can get it off the desk and isn't like fused with anything.
You can. These papers are still shiftable and all that. It just seems to be the people that are stuck. As you...
I'll look through it.
Right, you pick it up, and as you're about to start reading it, double check something real quick.
Oh, that would be a sick meme.
What kind of magic is it?
For this, it seems to be transmutative.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so Valis,
Yeah.
as you are sitting there, you know, trying to dig your way through this wood, you finally pierce it. And then one of the ropes try to grab you.
Oh, yeah?
As this goes down, you start seeing the sails move, the rigging moves, the floor slicks. Roll initiative.
We're fighting the boat?
Ship. Stand, ship, stand.
Goodbye, Jojo.
Dude, this
Oh
is
god,
just
the
like
boat went over us.
strength stand.
Oh no!
The boat suddenly comes to full life as you hear a heavy groan coming from the externals, the internals, and all around as it fully animates.
Hey guys, I got a natural one.
And
you
yes,
did.
Bradomir of Brandaberry, you guessed right.
Oh, fuck. I didn't want to guess right.
Ship mimic.
Oh my god.
So,
You know, if I weren't trying to eat it,
Be a pretty good ship.
yeah.
Pretty fucking cool.
Would you like me to use a charm monster?
Fuck the shit.
Burn it.
Fuck the shit.
I mean, you're welcome to.
I could certainly try.
Oh, you will try.
surprise.
Best.
This is all because I said not to burn the ship, isn't it?
Cool, so now we cast fire.
So, the next time we run into a strange ship floating out on the water, we definitely burn it first, right?
Still 50-50.
So at that point, you have to define what strange is.
It has survivors on board. That's pretty strange.
Can't chance it. Fireball.
I didn't think the Banshees would be living on a mimic ship.
Well, I mean, banshees are tortured souls that died, and you know,
Oh,
dying
yeah.
to a ship eating you is pretty torturous. So it does kind of make sense.
Well,
It does.
I didn't
Oh
know
damn.
that. Oh, it has 3 turrets.
Should be.
4.
I take it back. It has more than 3.
I appreciate that they're all 0.
Time to leave. Time to leave. Thank God I rolled good.
Damn.
Oh god.
How do you defeat a ship?
They're suspiciously even.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
The ship has 4 initiatives, and I don't like it.
Nah, it's cool. Just die a little. It's fine.
Just die a little bit inside. Every single time.
A little bit of oh god, it's eating me is what I need. A little bit of this bird's really quick.
Alrighty, so let me quickly slap all these boys down.
Boys.
Wait, what?
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Oh no.
What are you expecting to leave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck
Can we
that.
go back to the other music? It was more entertaining.
Oh my god. The other ship didn't want to kill me. I don't like it.
Oh god, it's eating her. It's going to eat me. Oh my god.
Oh my god. It finally happened. The one thing that everyone wanted to see, but didn't really want to see.
Amira?
You?
Fuck.
Damn!
Oh,
The ship's gonna dive, take everyone with them.
I feel like somebody's entitled to some burn damage for that one. That was pretty sick.
Don't worry. I took my disappearance cream.
Disappearance cream.
Alrighty. Telrath. You could feel the floor. Slick and moving.
Well, it's too bad I don't really care that the floor is slick or moving. So is anything animated in the room as far as I can tell, or just the floor is slick and moving and that's bad?
The floor is moving, the bed is shifting a little bit. Basically, the room is starting to bend and bow, and you can actually see where the blankets were as they shifted over and started turning into long tendrils. The body of the previous captain that is now embedded inside the sheets.
That's so funny to me. Anyways, do I want to grab Misky? Yes or no? I mean, she is right next to me. So, what kind of action is it to grab Misky and then just jump?
And just fucking bail. Like fly.
Yeah, I mean,
For that, you could just grab her and jump, but you're not sure what will happen. There's a lot of weird shit going on in here. There's two doodle boys looking to slap some cheeks.
2 noodle boys, huh? Well, I mean, I'm still gonna do it. Let's go. I'm gonna grab Misky. Let's go.
Alrighty. So go to jump out the fucking bay doors.
Uh-oh.
At this point. As you quickly grab her, lurch out, get a little about. The first one misses you.
I was gonna say I bonus action turn on Zephyr Strike before you started saying this.
Oh, very nice. So yeah, you will be able to break away full on. Be able to get fully off the deck, and everyone just sees you like jump off the side of the ship with Misty in tow. So go ahead and place yourself on either side, or wherever you're going to be.
I assume we just bailed off the side because that sounds like a pretty intelligent maneuver rather than being on the deck.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay. I've successfully performed the bail action.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Great captain.
Hey, I just died like 2 minutes ago. I'm allowed.
Yeah, that's why I said you were a great captain. Jeez. You could have left me.
So Zephyr strikes or yeah. Anyways, I'm done. I can't do anything else, right? Because that was.
For that, yeah, it would be your bonus to your action to grab Misky and then to bail over the side of there.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. I'm good, man.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna do a D4 to see which boy that's still in the deck gets a lock on for the eye that appears in the sail.
Is it gonna assail them?
Milliran.
Yo.
It's locked on to you. So, as this slips on over to the next. Pretty much.
Does it looking at me do anything?
You'll find out. It performed the lock-on action.
Alright.
Okay.
It basically just granted itself advantage on striking and hitting you.
Oh, good.
Super.
I'm super.
Super.
Thanks for oh fuck. So this. All right, so yeah, it's gonna make 4 tentacle rigging attacks at Milliran at advantage.
Can Iron Stride do his shield thing?
That he can, so it would turn to normal for the
Is
first
that
one.
on one attack or
For the first one.
Yeah, the first one. So this would be at normal, which is still a 23 to hit Millie.
Shield.
Alrighty, and then the other 3 attacks. The second one would be a 29 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll still hit.
Alrighty. Oh, not. What the fuck?
Shit. He's gone.
Dude,
Oh, no.
Let's just run.
The both long rests.
Dude.
So
That was
it
perfect.
does 6 bludgeoning to you, and you are grappled by it. The other 2. Well, the fourth one not hit, but 27.
27 will hit.
All right. So it's got you grappled twice. So. For another 9 bludgeoning damage as it's smacking you around. And then Iron Stride is actually gonna start trying to fucking 3 million at the current circumstance, so it's gonna start belting the tendrils.
Oh, he's just punching the ropes. I was gonna say cut the ropes, but he doesn't have a sword.
Oh, he's got giant spine, so he can do that. So he'll do that, actually, yes. It's true. 3... Ooh, 18 will miss, though. Solid, and then he's going to... Oh. I believe he action surged during the Banshee fight, didn't he?
He did.
Yes, he did.
But doesn't he have
Yep, it's
two?
off of it. He does not have 2 action surge.
Damn.
It does a bonus action.
Yeah.
Dancing.
The dancing greatsword. So, all solid fucking hits, boyo. Alrighty. With that, Ironstride's trying to rescue Million and get everyone else off the deck. Miss K.
Trying to decide if I just... I've never faced a mimic before, so I've got zero idea, but the idea is great. Do I set it on fire, or do I just wail on the side of a boat? Hitting the side of a boat feels weird.
If it's not actual wood, will it be fireable?
I mean, I can still
Well-
cast Fireball and find out,
Good.
Yeah, there you go.
Flesh is fine.
but I feel like a Great Axe would do more. I'm just gonna wail on the side of the boat. It'll do more damage than a Fireball will.
Alrighty.
Let's see how this goes.
Belting into the side of it.
Oh. I mean, at least it's not 4 natural ones.
That is true. But they all definitely hit as you start chopping into the lower deck of this behemoth.
Sorry. It'd be a mix of both fire and cold. She's not come across this before. Right, roll.
That fucking first one, though.
Yeah.
All 12 all the time.
That's amazing!
Alrighty.
Yeah, and that will be my turn.
For this thing, it definitely lurches, and you belt a massive hole in the side of the ship, and water starts pouring in. At this point, you see mouths start forming underneath at the bottom, very angrily trying to bite at you.
Ah.
So, as you do belt into this, you do see the glow of something before seawater starts rushing into the massive hole you just chopped into the side of this.
The glow of some.
It was some form of light within inside before it vanished. All the water started
Shining.
blocking it out from the frothing foam. Would that be all?
Yes, that is all.
Alrighty. On initiative 10. So. Let's see. At this point. Oh boy. Alrighty. So. Well. That's gonna pick one of the other 3. Actually, no, it's gonna try and fucking do it to Iron Stride. Yeah, because it wouldn't know. So it would definitely try and do this to Iron Stride. Iron Stride will have to roll as it tries to perform what is called eviction.
His lease is ended.
And he's perfectly fine as you see a huge portion of the deck literally bulge up, trying to launch him off the deck with extreme force. But Ironshirt's barely able to hold on as he's like chopping at the rigging and trying to fucking hold place. Alrighty. Bradamir.
Miller, do you want to be off the ship? I'll take you with me.
I mean, I wouldn't mind being off the ship.
Sure. I'll dimension door. Maybe 20 feet just over here with Millerin.
Alrighty.
And bonus action inspiration to Telrath.
Alright. Then
Yep.
Miller.
Well, might be a little bit wet, but oh well. I will use my action that lets me summon fire elementals. I see 3 masts. 1 for each.
Very nice.
This one will get to have their initiative.
Slap it down.
Damn, I'm good.
Every time.
Every time.
Yeah. Alrighty. And I assume that will be all.
That cost my action, so yeah.
Alright. Elemental Train.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alrighty. Well, the 25 hits. Alrighty. Starts scorching away at some of the upper deck slime and protection.
They're all also like engulfing the mast.
Oh yeah, they're definitely not cloth material.
I mean, I figured, but I can't post this like I can with the... Oh, wait, there. I was just clicking randomly trying to figure out how to make it post its feature.
Alright, so yeah, roll the 3d10 fire. Alrighty. Alright, and then with that, on to the next piece. Oh dear. Well, it was a good hazard guess, but unfortunately, Miss Gain Telrath, this is coming at you as the lower decks, the mouths are all now trying to reach out and chew on you out of pure rage and anger.
Delicious.
So, Misky and Telrath.
Finally, some good fucking food.
So a 14 towards Misky and a 25 towards the Telrath.
Typical.
You can use your inspiration to add to your AC if you desire.
Yeah, sure, why not? D12?
Takes your reaction, yes.
Oh,
Ooh.
So quick lurch back as Bradomir's cheering out, like just quickly look out! As this mouth, like you barely notice, there's like lurching towards your shoulder and just gets a little bit of your feathers, but not enough to latch onto you.
Ooh.
Oof.
Damn, that was a fine ass inspiration roll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Usually we roll so low.
Balance. The deck, the rigging, everything's alive.
I don't want to be up here, so I'm gonna try something and then I'm gonna run up.
Alrighty.
Gonna point my sword straight towards the ground and cast banishment.
Vanish the ship.
It's a creature.
Apparently, yeah.
A charisma saving throw from
Charisma.
the ship.
Alrighty.
Hmm.
Alrighty, and what's your DC?
8.
18. Alright. So, with that...
My god.
And everyone there falls into the water.
Oh.
Oh my god, really that worked?
Where'd it go?
And then I'm gonna swim 20 feet this way.
I'm gonna need a rough estimate on how wet the fire elementals are getting.
Can they
Very.
not? Can they
If it's deep enough for a galleon, they are fully submerged.
Oh no.
Can't,
I like
I thought they were like flying.
No, they were on the rigging.
Ah. Well, you see, I thought they could float just from their
Nah.
image. Well, shit.
Shockingly, sentient fire cannot fly.
Well, that's just bullshit.
So,
Unless you believe the fire in the sky.
yeah, they're definitely not fucking happy.
Well, I'll just look towards them and say, well, I don't know who summoned those, but I thought they could fly.
Iron Strike plummets towards the bottom of the fucking ocean.
Anyway, that thing's gone for like a minute if we just want to leave.
Now let's kill it. Could have stuff on it.
There was something shiny in it.
Was there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think we should kill it.
Well, you know what? When it reappears, we can go. I can go stand back on the dock, the beach, and I can just shoot it till it dies.
Good plan.
Yeah, something like that. Can't just let this hazard sit around waiting for the next curious adventurers to walk into it.
Oh, I don't care about that. I want to know what I saw. I mean, I care, but...
Alrighty. So, as you guys do that, well, obviously you have a full minute. Go ahead and get into position of where you would like to be and what you would like to do, as it's gonna come back right fucking there.
Get a nice vantage point.
These fire elementals just fucking die.
Probably.
Well, they would be. I'm just determining what spell to use to pull them out of the water.
Do they take damage from being submerged?
Yes.
Oh yeah, a lot.
They're
Oh.
pure fire. It's like somebody
They're
drowning a
fire.
campfire in the ocean.
I'm really
per-
angry.
The reason I asked is, per their sheet, for every 5 foot the elemental moves in water, or for every gallon of water splashed on it, it takes 1 cold damage.
Splashed on it, huh?
For being dumped into the ocean, albeit near the beach, but into the ocean, I just went, fuck it, 30.
Yeah. It's rough. It's like
It
drowning.
seems like a reasonable amount for being dropped into the water.
Yeah. This is what it would be like if you got dropped into acid. That's what it feels like to them.
Oh, yeah, right. Fair enough.
So, what would you do to get them out of that?
I just cast a wall of force that's right on the edge of the... Like, it's just above water level, so they can climb up onto it.
Alrighty.
But
So, with that,
kind of like
that.
this.
Alright, so they'll be on over there.
I don't remember the exact dimensions of it, but...
So at the start of their turn, or is it the end of their turn when they're in the water? Because they would still take extra from moving through it anyway to get on top of that, right?
It has nothing about when it happens. It's literally if it happens.
Alright, well, I would say definitely on its way out that they would take a little bit more, but obviously not the drowning because they're getting out of it.
Climb up.
What is it, Valis?
Throw on like another 15, that'll do.
So Iron Stride will happily take one of those Alchemist Fire String and get ready with the big boy fires that he's made.
Yeah, he has like 8 or something.
I also have a bunch that I want to just steal off of Iron Stride, but I'm sure he'd give them to you anyway.
Alrighty, so the full minute will pass, and if I recall, it ends right at the end of your turn.
I can cancel it whenever we're ready.
That is true. So would you? Everyone in position. I would say that probably take like 5-6 turns at that, as everyone just kind of shuffles and gets ready and readies the weapons.
Mhm.
So, on
can main Iron Stride just ready Alchemist Fire for action?
Correct. You could definitely do that. So,
Pierce.
so I imagine you just drop it and then, guys, yeet everything that you have at the ready.
I'll give like a 5-second countdown.
Alrighty.
Yes.
So as you hear about count down to 1, you see the ship reappear. So Aaron Stern makes his roll. All of you can go ahead and roll your readied actions.
Is it a full attack or just one attack when you're ready?
Just 1.
Okay.
So
that on.
yep.
Well, I don't think I should have advantage. Actually, I don't know. If you canceled it early, I'd still have Zephyr. So yeah, I can still have advantage.
Yeah, I have no idea what the roll would be for the
8d6.
I have to roll to hit.
Yes.
Just be
So this would be
dexterity.
No, strength or dexterity, and that is completely wrong. What the hell happened to that die? 8dd. What the fuck?
You get to add your proficiency bonus. It isn't just a skill check.
That's true. That's why. So yours would definitely hit, Valis. So, alrighty. So, Valis and Iron Stride are torching the upper deck. Radomir is hitting it with a good old vicious mockery. That's beautiful.
And I assume me and Mesky.
For you guys, definitely. Jesus.
Fire!
Alrighty.
Your masts are thin and your bow is short. Your lumber looks weak. It couldn't even support my shorts.
Big damage.
God damn. Alrighty, so with that, you can see this ship, the upper deck, the lower deck, the rigging, all the parts starting to get heavily damaged from this assail. You can see one rigging is crying as Bradimir mocks.
Ha!
Alrighty, so with that would be a very successful turn, especially if I was banishing it and everyone getting a full round dig ready.
That's the first time I've banished something.
Quite successfully too.
Nice.
And touches. Unfortunately, did Millie cast a spell when he came back?
She already did the Wall of Force.
Oh, she had like a whole minute to do that.
Yeah, she had.
If I prepared to cast any other spell, I would lose concentration on Wall of Force.
Fair point. All right. Captain Bud. Alice has proved invaluable once again. Nicholas, your turn.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that it had come around to my turn again. I expected the boat to actually get to do something.
For that, no, it just came out of banishment. It still continues in the same initiative.
Yeah, it's done and it's banishment, so we can't prepare.
Okay, well, I'm going to waste another 4th level spell slot to turn back on Guardian of Nature.
Alrighty.
Calling it a waste is a bit much, but you know.
Well, considering that this thing is just taking a fucking belting of a lifetime and it's still going.
1, 2.
Oof. Well, the second one will hit.
It's got some good AC.
It is a galleon.
Yeah, it is.
Is the galleon looking rough?
Various parts are. Overall, the thing looks ready to stir some more shit.
Alright.
Well, that was both my attacks. I am done.
Huzzah! Alrighty. So with this, well, Galleon is not fucking happy with this. Looking at everything that's going on. Let's see. Well, there's already so many people firing at it, so. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. So it's gonna lock onto Iron Strike. Alright, so I'll have advantage on trying to hit him. Then we're gonna move on to the next part of the ship as the eyes are starting to focus on him. And you can see what looked like cannon ports raise up and open on the upper deck. And you see bone ballistas stick out the side of the port. And they're going to start taking aim at Iron Stride, taking their 4 shots at advantage.
Oh, come on.
With the lock on, baby.
I see we positioned ourselves poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Right in front of its cannons.
Yeah, we should have gone at the front or something.
So, all of that out of the way. Only one attack will hit Iron Stride. A very heavy dice check. For a small 20 damage, as one of them actually does pierce his heavy armor. Iron Stride just gonna go fucking in for some more. Christ almighty. There we go.
Hey.
So, that. So many fucking numbers.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget his bonus action stab.
That too. He doing the electric fuckaloo.
As he always do.
Fucking slam dunking so many assholes. You can feel it. Feel it.
Can you feel it?
Do you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
Ah, yeah. Alrighty. Misky.
Okay, we're going to do the sledging. Ow. Okay. Ow. Sorry, sitting on the floor. It's great.
Excellent for the knees. Huh?
Sure, I'm cross-legged. Just gotta keep smacking it. Obviously, when the holes seem like they're getting a bit too big, she's gonna move around.
Alright, the 31 and the 21, what?
Schmick. Schmick. Oof. And it will be fire damage, please.
Alrighty.
And that's my turn.
You can hear the groans of the ship, as if it were throwing in pain. So, disobey debris. Let's see. So you could start to hear what sounds like the lurch of the ship remolding in certain places. As you do see the hole that you belted into the side of it gets covered over, like it's trying to mend parts of itself with other sections of the ship. As you can see, like the upper deck being pulled down into the lower deck.
Creepy.
Alrighty, Bradomir.
I will cast Hold Monster. Wisdom save 18.
Alrighty.
Much. Sorry.
And I assume that's a paralyzed / restrain.
Just paralyzed.
Paralyzed. Alright, so
Gosh,
for
stop doing
the first time in a long time, you know this thing's a living creature. But you're not sure if it's because it's so big or if it has so many moving parts that are moving in unison, or if even if it's multi-creatured. Seems completely resistant to paralyzation.
Well, fine.
So you can see it definitely hinted at a moment of slow, but then continued moving on.
Sorry guys, I paralyzed one of the masts. I'll hide fully behind the rope.
Alrighty.
Boy.
Mitherin.
Just walk straight into me.
I would like to let my fire elementals climb up onto the boat again first. I can't really do much while they're not on the boat. Is that okay?
Yep. So, as they go to try and get up on there, roll me a athletics at disadvantage, as the slickness that you were feeling before, you realize is a very slick saliva meant to keep people off the deck, as they are having a hard time grasping on.
They don't have athletics, so...
Alrighty. With that, unfortunately, as they're trying to grab onto it between being snuffed out a little, surrounded by water, and this slick fucking saliva refusing to let them get a full footing or grasp, it keeps them on the wall of force. With that, it would be over to you. Oh no, so rolled your d10s for the damage to the deck as they were grabbing onto it. Very nice. Ready, and then Millie, your turn. Or are you just really disappointed?
Alright, backup plan. I start by backing up a bit.
Already.
Haha. Let me just see how big this is. 20-foot radius. Yeah. Okay, well, my boys are down in the water, so I can just make it above them. 3 foot. There we go. That big. Well, it's been a while since I've had you help Maria. Let's incinerate them. And we cast Incendiary Cloud.
Oh, Jesus.
For a laugh with 2 charges.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, fuck it. You can't make that save. Alrighty. So it's definitely fucking roasting, the sails being fucking torched. The fucking upper deck being roasted. Is it above, or is it like all consuming down to where Iron Stride is?
It's staying like above Iron Stride.
Alright. But you can tell it is definitely not fucking happy at that, as the whole boat, you could see, literally like lurches upward like it was bowing and then setting back down in the water. And at the same time, you can hear Maria like, a fascinating creature. So many multiple in unison parts.
Well, not for long, hopefully.
Alrighty. I assume that's all.
Yes.
Alrighty. So, well, getting down to the lower decks, that's going to make attacks against everyone around it, as multiple mouths come out to try and devour those below. So, Whiskey, definitely not. Strudel. No, I'm just rolling the dice and calling it out loud. Fire and fire. And fire again. Well, it's definitely hitting the fire boys for its chew ability. So
It's welcomed.
first one will take 26, so that's the top right.
Top right. Okay. I have one question to ask. Do its attacks count as magical?
For these, yes.
Okay.
And then obviously 23 to the middle and a hefty 29 to the other boy. And then go ahead and roll your 3d10s again. Because obviously it touched him, but it's chomping on him as it's ripping into him. Oh my.
Oof.
Oof, that is a dwindling number. Alrighty. So after the hefty fucking chomp on the fire elementals, the other mouth's trying to bite onto Ironstride and Misky. You can tell this thing has almost perfected its defenses on every level to the best of its abilities. Valis.
So Ironstride and Misky's attacks look like they're actually doing stuff, right?
Significant damage, yes. You can tell that this ship, a lot of the parts are starting to get sluggish, others have completely stopped moving, even though there's the occasional twinge here and there, but it looks like it's slowed down significantly.
Okay. I'll head over to Ironstride. Has he busted a hole in? Like, can I see inside, or...?
For that, he is full busted a hole. You do see the froth of sea foam at the same time. It smells very rank and rancid inside of this section, now that there's more holes in it. At a quick glance at it, this looks almost acidic inside with the salt, but thankfully a lot of the salt water is starting to wash that out, but you still see what looks like the equivalent of bile, as well as living organ pumps inside of the lower deck as you look into this thing. Almost like a gastral system of a creature, but it seems to be mashing, chewing, pumping out water, turning out acidic juice with inside. As you do see, like, a faint... Yes. You do see a faint glow of something inside, but it seems to be a fully animated organism working in full unison.
By the way, when it ends its turn in the cloud, it has to make the
dexterity saves.
Yeah.
Alright.
The cloud damages again at the end of each of its turns.
Alrighty.
Can I steal another Alchemist Fire from Ironstride?
That you can. It's right there on his belt.
And I'll just yeet it inside, aiming for the fleshy bit.
Alright. Aiming for the glowy bit, or just any fleshy bits?
The biggest clump. Of bits.
Alrighty. Go ahead and give me that fat roll.
This would be +5.
Ooh. Alright, so go ahead and roll me damage, because it'll still be half anyway. Alrighty. So it definitely goes off in there, but the froth of seawater seems to kind of wash over a good chunk of it, but you can see their organs definitely getting scorched in there.
No, I'm gonna use... I only move 15, so I'm gonna move inside.
Alrighty.
10 feet. Because, you know... Oh, we can't attack inside itself.
Alright, so you are inside the living galleon as you quickly slosh around in there. Thankfully for some of the seawater washing in, you are safe for the time. But you can see there seems to be this magnificent glowing core towards the center. A lot of the organs are kind of surrounding it, wrapped around it, and it seems to just have this vibrant, beautiful shimmer of kind of mixed colored gemstones all compressed together in this one giant prismatic sphere.
I'll just look to Ironstride and say, Ironstride, it's probably weaker on the inside.
Perfect. I'll move deeper. Telrathian.
Let's pistol whip the galleon. It sounds like a probably maneuver, right?
Hell yeah.
That's on. Okay, good. Bang, bang, bang. Oh my god.
Jesus.
So quit your day job, Telrath. Well, that's it.
Alright. So, on to this bad boy. So, though it is very clearly hurt, looking very sad on a lot of parts, very heavily damaged, holes busted in it. Especially with the fire, it's not very happy. And, well, I did kind of get a little bit of lunch, even though it might be a little unknowing at the time. So, at this point, Iron Strike Miski and the Fire Elementals are going to get an opportunity of attack. Valis is going to go for a little bit of a ride as it starts to go underwater 60 feet in the other direction.
Oh, damn!
As the whole chamber starts to now flood.
Boom. Aw.
Oh my god, unfortunately none of those attacks worked. Very, very nice.
What about Ironstride?
That's what I'm about to roll for him.
Ah, yeah.
Can we grapple attack?
For this, unfortunately, is the category of Titanic.
Yeah, he'd just be dragged along with it.
I feel like that's a thing he would like to do. Be dragged along with it.
Well, that's true. Would he attack or grapple onto it?
It won't die if he attacks it, but it can die later if he grapples it.
That's true. I'm gonna roll quick athletics contested with this boy. Oh.
Ooh. I feel like the ship is pretty strong.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll do this live so you guys can see it.
I'll do it live. The wall of force is super high in the air.
Boy.
Yeah, alright, so he used the Iron Strike quickly, like, grab onto the hole. Hold on, let me just expand this map. Ignore the blotches of white that are about to appear.
It's fine.
Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
So
It's true.
it's actually really good. So from the current marker, moved out to here the 25, so we went to full 60. Which be about there. Shuffle that around as it's facing this way. And Iron Strudel would be hanging on for deal along with your boy. Which, let me double check something. Alright, so yeah. It's not going to perform a lock-on action, but it will continue the trek and use its main action as well on this to move another 60 away, as it's not liking that firestorm and all the other crazy shit coming at it right now. And just ready in action, or actually, let me double check. Yeah, no, it would still be able to. So it's on its way out, going to fire ballistas at the three fire boys and Misky as it's trying to turn tail.
Little bitch.
So Misky misses fire. Fire and fire. Well, he'll hit all three fire boys with the bone ballistas. First boy. Second boy.
Wait, is it firing through the water?
Yeah.
It's fucking impressive.
It's born in the water. Made with water. Alright. Oof, that last boy pops. Alrighty, so with that, Iron Stride, seeing what you said, Val, we'll quickly move in and just start going fucking ham on, well, the very clearly glowing core. Thankfully, then the dancing sword. But you guys see, Val's Iron Stride slowly disappearing into the distance. You saw them inside for a moment, and then the ship started leaving. By God, this is how Val's dies for sure this time.
See ya.
No revives. Permanently bound to a mimic's digestive tract.
You're clearly joining a different campaign.
Misty.
Yeah, if I dash, can I then bonus action?
Bonus action what?
Sorry, if I dash, I can bonus action as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I dash, and then I bonus action, Misty step onto the fucking skiff. That's the only way we're gonna catch them. It's a full fucking 90 feet. That's all the movement I've got.
Oh yeah, alright.
Alrighty.
Misty on the boat now. Eh. Come on, come on, come on! It's the only way we're gonna catch them!
Right here.
That's my turn.
It's the only way you're gonna catch him.
Okay, yeah, it's the only way I can fucking catch them. I can move that far.
Well, have fun with that.
Alrighty, so, well, it definitely doesn't like Iron Stride being there, so the core being the core is going to try and evict him as a hole opens up on the other side. It clearly does not like it, Iron Stride being at the fucking center of it. So Iron Stride needs to make his DC 18 strength save, which should be easy peasy. Yep, that easily saves. Because Valis is there.
+5.
He would have to roll a literal 1 for that to fail. So, Bratimir.
Well, Milorin, I got you off the ship. Would you like to go back on?
Let's go.
Alright. And I dimension door onto the ship.
Yeah.
Yum. And I'll also give Milorin inspiration. Seeing as I can't see the other two.
Unfortunately, they are downstairs in the digestive tract.
They'll be alright.
Perfectly fine. They're not okay.
Alright. Bradomir braces for hentai.
Alrighty. Millerin.
Can we have a bit more space on this map?
Fair enough.
Make the map bigger.
Bigger! Bigger! Boop. The void.
Fuck all these boys. Don't need that shit up there. What we're doing is 1,
Oh, the ocean.
2, 3,
It's
4,
beautiful.
5. I shouldn't have a weird triangle bit there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put ones just underneath it to signify that it's going up a bit more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I cast Wall of Force in front of it.
Alrighty.
Because Wall of Force is completely invisible.
Alright. Alright. So, that. I assume that is all. Yes.
Car's about to crash.
Alrighty. So, on this one, especially since everyone's so nice to get into its stomach, unfortunately there is no save for this, but all the organs quickly squeeze and clench tight and starts pumping more digestive acids into the pit. So everyone, meaning Valis and Ironstride, since they're inside its gut, is going to take 10 acid damage.
Peas.
Alrighty, Valis. You can tell, not very happy about Ironstride beating the shit out of its core.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up with the iron stride. Start whacking it as well. Just 2 hits with spells I still have. Chuck 2nd level divine smite on. If I hit, of course.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
That was definitely struck true.
When I said 2nd level divine smite, I meant 4th level.
Fair enough. Could be declared before and after.
It's the first one. Huge damage right there. So what's the maximum of...
I think it's 58,
Maximum 68.
68.
No, you can do
I'm
it
just gonna-
after, Tara.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was saying that, like, if you had to do it before, that would be like really risky.
It's like the best thing about paladins.
Jesus Christ, that fucking Hunter Chunker.
No, the aura saves is definitely the best thing.
Paladins are
I
just
mean,
great.
early on, at like level 4 paladins, divine smite crits are.
So with that, Valis, you could start to see the core itself starts to splinter and crack. You could see more flesh separating from this crystalline ball of gem.
Sword strength, well. I don't really have any bonus actions that would make sense here, so... Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. To Rathian.
Mesky, can you drive that thing?
Of course I can.
Okay.
Captain Bird.
And then,
Captain Caveman.
while the pistols might not go through the water, I think the lightning bow will.
Indeed it will.
Okay, that's still tolerable. Good. 1 and a 2. My attack rolls have been awful.
First one will definitely hit. Yeah, fuck, man. You're missing the magic number just ever so slightly.
Well, it's how bird always works. First attack is always meant to. One of the attacks always throws them off. It's how I hit.
It's a fake out.
I have one style of fighting.
Alrighty. It's rumbling, it's a rattling, it's about to fall apart.
Go.
Top of the round.
Go, the Rangers.
It's gonna continue trying to move forward. And especially moving 60 feet fucking full steam. It's definitely gonna take 66 as it slams into the wall of force. So you can roll that if you want, Millerin. Very nice. With that, its retreat is immediately ceased as everyone suddenly feels the ship lurch and hit really fucking hard. Go ahead and hit me with a quick dexterity saving throw so you're not completely fucking jostled. So I'll hit one for Iron Shred as well. Alright, Iron Shred's fine. Valis, you are knocked prone for the time being. As the ship is not very happy. Suddenly it was slammed into the fucking face of this entire thing. Marin and Bradamir, you hang on just fine on the upper rails, underneath the water.
Cool.
Alrighty. Next part. So, at this point, not very happy. Well, can't really do much. The rigging's been completely crispified and the tentacles have been burnt away, so the only thing it really has left is going to fire at the Telrathian 4 shots of bone ballistae.
Wow, that is an amazing turn rate on their turrets. Like, again, good profile.
Oh, yes, it is. Alrighty. So 25, 25, and 18. Oh, the other one was a fucking horrible roll.
With multi-attack, 25, you said 225s, right?
Yep.
Well, then, multi-attack defense doesn't save me from those, so, yeah. Two of those hit.
Alrighty. So, one big hunker chunker coming up. So the 2 strike you center mass, the other 2 go wide, but hit you for a solid 48 piercing damage. Iron Stride is going to try and fucking belt the core for the rest. Oh, ooh, ooh.
Wow.
Fucking oof. And, oh, that hurts nice. Oh, ooh. Ooh.
Heck.
Alrighty. That it's over to Misky.
Yeah, let's bring this skiff over as quickly as we can, but keeping it high so we're avoiding the shit it's firing.
Alrighty. Moving at a nice 120 feet around.
Sure.
You can double up for 240. Thank you,
Those are
tools.
squares.
Thank you, tools. Alright. Alright. You should have control of it now.
Hey, I do. Cool.
Go ahead and fly yourself away.
Yet see a fam, I'm fucking out.
Just steals the ship and leaves.
Bye!
They're dead, we're leaving! Raxiel just looks sad like, Mom's dead?
No. You said 120 feet, right?
Yeah, you can...
I'm your mother now.
Can I
Yeah.
put it there?
Easily.
If that's how far I can go.
Yep.
Cool.
That's your movement.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, because I can't do the whole grab it and measure it thing, because laptop is like here-ish, I guess.
Yes.
Oh.
What the fuck? Alright, hold on. Boom. Here we are.
Did you want me to roll to actually pilot the damn thing?
For this, no, it's not hard, especially not being hindered by terrain or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You're just trying to keep pace with this as it's trying to kidnap a fresh meal.
Yeah, basically. And that's my turn, because I can't do anything else.
Alrighty. Back to the big hunker chunker motherfucker. Well, in the current circumstance, can't get rid of... Well, actually, he's going to try one more time with Iron Stride, because Iron Stride's the one who's been belting it this whole time. It's in sheer fucking panic mode. Nah, he's fine. Radomir.
Not sure what I can do to this thing.
Stab it.
Yeah, if Hold Monster doesn't work, then most of my shit doesn't work. Yeah, I'll lean down and I'll feel up the nice wooden floorboards and cast Inflict Wounds, I guess.
Oh, jeez. I can't do much except I can fucking make its life just really, fucking melt.
I mean,
I can drain its soul. No, it's not much, but it's honest work.
alright. Rolled hit, disadvantage, advantage.
Uh,
Does work.
For this, it would still be normal, because it's the...
Alright. And I will declare it to be 7th level. Please hit. Oh my god, it was so close to a crit.
Fucking damn.
Alright. 7th.
How do you want to do this?
Hey.
Nice.
Just watching all my friends around me doing amazing stuff, and I have no idea what to do. So yeah, I lean down and I touch the ship, and it just.
Alright.
I gently caress the boat.
So, as across the boat, it starts to become necrotized. Parts of it start to dissolve.
It's hard.
Oh my god.
Damn.
As you see pieces of the ship now completely falling and breaking away. Fast in Iron Straight Sea, the core completely crack, shatter, fall to darkness as the chamber inside the stomach, the stomach pumps, fades to total pitch black with inside it, except for the hole where the few bits of light are coming through. As the whole entire thing now lurches to a complete standstill and slowly drags across the wall of force and completely starts disintegrating and falling to pieces in chunks.
Oh, I did it. I think.
Veteran, you don't have water breathing.
No, I don't. Just like mouth closed, holding my breath. Just. Woo.
Ruh-roh.
Swim up. Swim up.
So So, with that, what are you doing, Miller? Because you don't have a swim speed anymore.
But you can normal swim.
You can also still cast while you can't breathe water.
It's true.
Because I thought it would be. Look, I hadn't expected it to die just yet, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh.
I reverse gravity on us,
Oh.
so it'll pull us and the entire boat back out of the water. Technically, the water will come with us, but it would just hit the top and then pour off the sides. So.
Alright, so, suddenly the boat fucking completely and lifelessly lurches out of the water like a fucking jellyfish, sagging a little bit in certain spots, but still remaining in the shape of a boat. The sail is completely broken off. The front main bow mast is completely broken off as well. Many of the railings, and it looks rather grotesque, like a ship was melting. Congratulations on surviving the ship mimic.
That was great.
Well,
Do y'all come here often?
this isn't really what I expected.
With that, Iron Straight will offer Valis a hand up. Are you alright?
Yeah, all good. Great work.
It was a good spotting that. Let's get out of here. He just walks over to the side and just knocks a hole for both of you to exit out of and see that you're floating like how many feet up, Millie?
Well, how deep were we?
60 feet.
Well, then I'd say we're about 40 feet above the water.
This anomaly that's happening right now.
Which, to be fair, given that it also doesn't create a hole, the water that's flowing into the fields would fly up and then pull back out the sides.
Beautiful.
So there's just this weird permanent waterfall.
Alrighty.
Look, I've created a giant fountain.
Your best work.
Is there any of this the core left? You said it was like a crystal, right?
Is various gems fused together, which it is dwindled, cracked a little bit, but it is still one solid giant spear about the size of a basketball.
What's a basket?
I'll take that to give it to me.
Yeah, about the size of a foosball.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes, the foosball table in my family home.
Alright, Miller, and you like cutting up weird, freaky shit? Go at it.
I normally do, yes, but unless you've got a way to move this thing, we have about 30 more seconds before we plummet back into the ocean.
That would seem impossible. If this weighs too much, we would probably need Leviathan to move it.
Well, the rest of us can breathe water, so we can cut out the bits for you.
Alright.
Which bits do you want?
New idea. Third wall of force.
Oh my god.
How can you do that?
Just popping it up directly below the boat.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, this lasts about 10 minutes, so I'd like to investigate for anything that's actually useful.
Alrighty. So, roll me that fat investigation aside from Valis coming upstairs with a very pretty, huge fucking orb.
Nice.
Investigation.
Wow, that's about the size of a foosball.
Alrighty.
No, he said basketball.
Yes, true.
Foosballs are smaller than golf balls before.
That's true.
It's nowhere near the same.
It's the size of 100 foosballs.
Oh, and
We
the
all
answer
float
is
down
4
here.
times, by the way.
Ah,
More if I get lucky.
Well, so you definitely realize that the digestive properties of this ship would be immensely beneficial, probably a more powerful asset than anywhere else you would really be able to find that would be made in an alchemy shop. The simplistic fact that much of the skin itself could be used for, well, various disguise outfits or even armors or even casting forms of illusion magic. Also the fact of the transmutive properties of the wood, especially for much of the rigging and other pieces, as well as the extremely deadly bone fucking ballistas that you were seeing. They were able to swivel on a point and regenerate its own bone ammunition. So you have quite a few things to choose from, but you don't have enough time to collect them all.
Could be problematic. As it says. Hmm.
So. I would imagine the rest of you are either checking out or so wholly fucking avoiding this entire thing.
I'm staying on the skiff.
Probably it will help Millerin by inspiring her to work harder.
I already have inspiration.
Do it again.
I never used it.
Well, if you use it, then I'll give it back to you.
I would like to call. First of all, send Raxiel a message telling him to get someone to take over the ship so I can bring him here.
Alright. He will do so. Korath will take over.
Then point at Einstride and just say, "Help me get these masts. Just as much of this, these sails as we can grab."
The animated rigging. Alright then. I'm not sure why you would want these flesh capes. Okay, let's go ahead and start collecting what remains of the broken masts. All the riggings.
And I will summon Raxiel to help.
Alright. Hi, Mom! Whoa, what? Ew.
Hey, Raxiel. Yes, I know, this thing's kind of gross. We want as much of the rigging and the sails as we can grab.
It's slimy, though.
I'm aware.
Fine.
Things usually are after we kill them. It just sort of happens.
You know, I kind of saw like a wizard with a bottle, like things that are like stored away and it's not really gross. You know, could you do that?
No. That wizard is clearly an idiot.
Alrighty. So, Ironstride and Raxiel are collecting some of the rigging. Raxiel looks disgusted by it, but he's collecting and folding it up. Just a wet...
Oh.
Ew.
Whoops.
Alright, so... What else will you boys be doing? Or are you just collecting the rigging? Because you have time for one more part. And obviously...
I was gonna say,
What are you gonna do, Tara?
While they were doing that, I was gonna chisel out a bone ballista just to take with us.
All right, so you're just cutting it from the base from where you see it.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and roll me just a quick survival, just to see how sloppy that boy is.
Who's survival? Oh, I actually have survival trained. Wow. Well, I don't have advantage, so it's the 12.
It's definitely right. There are no nails. That's why you're on survival to carve that fucker out. But you definitely managed to carve down. It is a tough fucking anchor point. You could tell the skeleton of the ship really is the skeleton of the ship. There's an actual fucking skeleton.
Yeah.
He managed to have to chop. He managed to chop through, but it's tough. It's a fucking like a ball joint almost, and you can see why it's able to swivel and get such good positioning when it was firing.
I'm just like firing the force pistols into the floor. Like, come on.
Come on, come on.
Okay, is there any actual loot that's not a mimic? Like the loot of the people it's eaten previously?
Alright,
Anything like that?
how far down are you willing to go into this?
All the way down.
Alright. So you're able to find the busted and melted chests that used to hold the treasure and now melted away.
Oh.
So are you just going to start collecting or start grabbing what looks best? Or are you just shoveling and going?
Is it just like melted piles of coins that are fused together? That sort of thing?
You see gold and platinum.
Okay.
You see various cloth, fine figurines, a couple of inlays with copper, wooden staff with silver, as well as another staff that looks like it's made of silver metal, kind of arced lightning off the top of it, as well as a rolled up carpet, a platinum box, what looks like a pendant, and a couple of very fine, well, what was fine for braces might be recoverable.
Radomir remembers fondly the Staff of Healing and takes the staves.
Alrighty, so you quickly grab the staffs and any other goodies that you'd like to grab. There is the platinum box that is also filled with platinum, a definite show of wealth.
Alright, well, how long do I have to do this? There's
You
not
got a
time
few
for all
minutes.
of it, I
Like,
assume.
if you just are shoveling everything in, you could quickly just shovel it all in and sort it out later.
Oh yeah, I've
Kind of
got
like a
my
smash and dash.
bloody bag of holding. I'll grab it all and then look at it later.
From so far back in the Karanek Temple.
So far back.
Alrighty, so you're easily able to do that. Just quickly grabbing the quick piles, the boxes that have a good portion of the coins, and like shoveling the rest of the coins in there before everything starts to really sag and get, pretty scary in here. Just from the fact of like pounds and pounds and pounds of flesh might fall on you.
Then I make my escape.
Alrighty.
And I do take the carpet, because I assume if it's not digested, then it is magical.
100% easy to discern. The others you could tell were just sealed away in a nice box. Alrighty. So just a quick slap down and post, because obviously it would be easy enough for you guys to figure this out.
Ooh.
Oh, damn! Look, another animated shield.
Cool.
It's thunder, it's lightning.
Oh, time to update the horde.
Alright.
Oh my god, another animated shield.
Yeah.
It is a
Hello, is this thing on?
Yeah, it's a fucking slap.
Well,
Oh my god, another enemy.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh my god, an animated
The ship
shield.
gets
I was
back
legit
up.
concerned. I was muted. Fuck you all.
The ship stands up and says, "You motherfucker." Alrighty. So, with that, Miller and you would be left with one more thing.
Well, if I've already got the rigging sailed, I'll just help grab another bone ballista.
Already. Hit me with that. Harvester's tools. Intellect. Already. So you are actually able to collect this far more cleanly than Delrath did. Actually have the ball joint and anchor full in collection along with the ligaments, though they look fairly grotesque. Alright, so after that, the time has run out, the spell starts to fade, and Ironstride obviously getting on, well, he's going to jump off and take flight with his wingsuit. Actually, that's going to take flight as well. I would imagine Millie is either getting on Ironstride's back, Braxiel's back, or the skiff.
I mean, I can fly.
That's true. So, at this point, the wall force will fade, and the ship mimic will plummet 40 feet into the water with a massive splash before it starts to disappear into the tides below.
Goodbye, you bastard.
We learned so much from you.
Alrighty. So with that, you now have some new collected loot. You can easily head back to the ship you chose. I would imagine you would after such a rigorous day.
Yeah. And then I'll give all of that stuff to Millerin so she can identify it.
Get onto the ship and just... I can just skirt it around. Alright, so... Pretty long day. I mean, I know it just started it this morning, but how do we pick this up tomorrow? I'm sure the end of the world can wait.
Not a bad plan.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
I didn't see why not.
if that's the plan, I'm going to start looking over the rigging and stuff that we pulled to see if I'll actually be able to do anything with it.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me a big old fucking Arcana. At this point, you can hear Raxiel just like, "Mom, that's really fucking gross."
What was that?
The rigging's really gross.
I'm aware. That's why we're cleaning it as we work.
So, as you try and clean it, unfortunately, it doesn't get any less gross. It is still living flesh sails. So, as you like scrape a little bit off, you see more like ooze kind of like start to gestate and come off of it again. You scrape it again, there's more that gestates and comes off it again. Count them. Jeez, dude. Alrighty. So, as you're able to recoup a little bit.
Yes.
Things seem fairly chaotic for this section, especially for even getting to these abandoned lands and immediately being greeted by that. You're not very sure what else you are going to possibly bump into out there while going to the facility, or even might be in the facility itself. But you have time to prepare and to recover.
And to drink.
While the berserkers watch.
Sure. They really like to watch.
Screaming at the window.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for
Baubles.
in blood.
Alrighty.
The trap maker's art.
Yes, the crap maker's art. For everybody that wants to, there's a 3rd level fitness gram pacer test.
Ah, yes. The 10 health I missed. It's very appreciative.
Good, good.
It's mostly for me that ate 2 bolts from the bone.
Right, let's just eat this.
He was playing Despacito when it struck you.
You've been hit by. You've been struck by.
Bound ballistas! Alrighty. So. With that, especially after the sheer panic and all, Marin going over the sales, researching them nicely, I would imagine. Go ahead and roll me. Yeah, you already did it. The sales themselves, you can tell, if you're able to suffuse it to the ship properly, you could have a self-controlled rigging ship, and especially if it were to work with your helm, Maria will inform you that you won't have to worry about the crew being able to manipulate it for you. You'll be able to manipulate it from the helm itself with these kinds of parts.
Interesting. I suppose that should be our next order of business then.
Is that legal? Is this the fair play pirate?
I remember the good old days when the wizard couldn't take our job.
Fucking
But making a fucking mimic.
the fucking magic's taken away. No, I would say the mimics are taking away your job.
First the robots took their jobs, now the magic takes the robots' jobs.
It's true. How ironic.
He could save others from death, but not him.
Alrighty. So, obviously, a fair share of worries. Everyone having a good time and celebrating after finding your delectable goods. Bradamir finding a replacement staff, actually and ironically, in the generator, but in the gut of the mimic. This one looks a lot more electrifying than the other one.
Yes, I
Please
will
don't hit us
attune
with the
to that.
electrical stuff.
Shocking.
Ha.
Nice.
Alright. So, aside from the few of the crew that saw what was going on, some of them flat out asking you, even Reckoner asking Ironstride what the hell was going on down there. You do see a few curious looks as you're working Miller in the distance on the strange rigging as Raxiel keeps making pukey faces at it. The very disgusting sounds of the as you shave like pieces off of it.
Now, that's his problem.
I'm gonna be honest though, Brad, you should actually keep the magical flying carpet because, you know, it allows you to fly around.
I do have the spell fly and a large ebony fly that I can summon.
Yeah,
So
okay, yeah,
you
you
think
actually
Brad
seem
can
pretty sore.
carry around the whole ass carpet on his back all day?
Maybe Valus then?
I've got a bag folding. That wouldn't be a problem.
If
Just-
Valus low-key just has to fly and he has no other option, I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I also don't have a bag of holding.
it's just a carpet, strap it to your back.
I mean,
Well, in
it's
that case,
extra armor,
do
right?
you want the gross fly? I'll take the.
Gross fly is easier to carry.
Yeah, it's a little figurine.
I mean, Misky can't fly either.
True. Do you want it?
I don't want the gross fly.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not really selling it when you're like, I'll take the carpet. Yeah, take the gross fly. No thanks.
What's a gross fly?
Does the carpet match the drapes?
Well, Brad, does it?
No.
I knew it. He dies.
What the fuck is a gross fly?
The ebony fly figurine.
Yeah. I've never seen that.
Can use it to summon a large fly that is your summon. It can fly you around. Recharges every 2 days.
It sounds fucking gross.
It is gross if used it twice.
And every time it flies, it sounds like a fucking helicopter.
Well, I can fly, it just takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, it sounds
Welcome to
useful.
late game D&D where we're like, okay, can you fly? Can you fly? Can you fly?
Yeah.
How well sorted on you on your ability to defy physics at a moment's notice?
I can semi-fly.
I don't know if that's good enough in this business.
It also takes 10 minutes and also it gets fucked up really easily.
Well, the fly also gets fucked up really easily.
Ooh, it sounds like a match made in heaven.
Like, I
Perfect.
feel like my griffin would probably beat out a fly in combat.
It would, but there's instant sub.
I guess if you don't want it.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. And I will take the carpet.
If only the carpet could fit in my quiver.
That would be a fucking trick.
Now, this is the other question before it goes on the pile or it gets used by somebody else. Does anybody want the Cloak of Arachnidia? Since I won't be having it anymore.
The what?
It's a cloak that gives you a climbing speed equal to your walking speed that allows you to basically act like you have spider climb on you 24/7.
Okay, I have a question, Telrath. Why do you have that?
Because nobody else wanted it.
You can fly.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like I had a spare attunement slot, nobody else wanted it. It gives me resistance to poison damage. I was like, whatever.
Oh, that's pretty neat. I mean, my least interesting thing is this ring of invasion, but it's still pretty useful.
Yeah. Well, regardless, I'm sure somebody else in the crew will probably like the cloak. If nobody here will be grateful.
I asked Google, I mean Junius, what the belt of nutrition is, and it didn't tell me.
Does that just mean you don't have to eat?
Yeah, it just basically means you don't have to eat.
You no longer hunger. You are
I
sustained.
feel like our
By the
magical
magic of the
tables take care of that.
Pretty much.
Oh, while we're talking about items, I still have this wand you gave me like a year ago, Brad.
Wand of Wonder?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. That whole thing.
Hmm.
It's not really relevant anymore.
The one that you told him was paralysis?
Yeah.
And you just said it was the wand of
That was
wonder?
great.
Alright.
I know.
Well, unless anyone wants to do anything in the midst of the night while recuperating and celebrating,
Yeah.
would be able to head to the marked facility by Tunis Lucius. Are you
Let's do it.
prepared to proceed?
Hell yeah.
Alright. Easily make ready. Start heading down to the marked location of the facility. Very easily be able to track down the direction you're going. As you get to the outer sections of where the said facility was, you start to see a couple of camps set up around the edges. They don't look like they belong to the facility. They look like they belong to explorers that have been long forgotten and left there behind.
Always a good sign.
Do you think that everybody who lives in the camps got eaten?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, not necessarily eaten, but I feel like they're dead.
Well, I'll activate the ranger sense.
Alrighty, and that is.
Are there any 5 miles humanoid giant and something I'm forgetting?
Dragon.
Construct, not dragon.
Alrighty, so for sensing constructs, fey humanoid constructs and all, you definitely start.
No, not fey, humanoid
Just
construct.
Alright.
Humanoids and constructs, and no fey.
Okay. Alrighty, let me quickly start pulling up a map here. There's too many maps.
He's trying to kill me.
True. I am trying to kill you. Oh my god. It was one of the first times ever I've actually had too many maps.
Ha! That concerns me.
He's just gonna scroll through like 80 maps to try and find the one in.
It's true. And here I thought I had it in place, and well, then again, it does worry me because I know Roll20 is sometimes prone to just deleting shit.
I really wish you could just sort your maps into like a subset.
That would be nice.
That would be cool.
Alright, here we are. I have found the map. Holy
Yay.
fucking shit. That was painful. Hey, don't mind the 5-car pile up as I stack you all up at the entrance.
Alright.
But on a brief notice, Telrath, you definitely sense multiple constructs.
Huh.
Let me actually full count them out.
I don't like where this is going.
Nope.
Stop.
So we
The longer this takes, the worse it is.
You sense 18 constructs.
Hmm.
And they're all coming from within the facility. As you look at the main entrance to this location, you can see that there are very cleared barred gates that have been set down. They look fairly rotted, but the stench of heavy metal and rot kind of surrounds the camp. You can see that it's clearly been looted, gathered from, tossed about and jostled. You can actually see a few bodies that are on the floor, fairly fresh. That looks like this expedition was possibly more recent. But looks like they had come here in search of old archaic relics and unfortunately have found an early grave.
Sucks to
Well.
be them, but we are better. Haha.
There are 18 functional constructs I can sense that aren't Iron Stride.
Wow. That's quite a few. Hopefully they're not going to be unhappy to see us.
Maybe we send Iron Stride first.
I
I
mean,
feel like they're probably going to be hostile or malfunctioning. Just like all the other ones.
Wow.
wow,
the
that's a
ones
pretty
we-
blanket statement,
All the other
Radimir.
ones we've encountered when going into facilities such as this.
Oh, yeah. Well, dead
Remember when we
bodies
went to
means,
that farmer's house underwater and all of his attack robots attacked us? Yeah? Yeah, you weren't there. Shh.
There was one facility we went in. They were nice. They made us armor.
Yeah, 1 out of like 5.
So it's saying that this isn't that one. Let's go. Investigate. Have a look. Come on, Brad. Where's your sense of adventure?
It's here, and I'm saying we should be prepared for a fight. Don't have to.
Well, I see dead bodies, so I'm just gonna pop a divine sense real quick.
Alrighty. And that is
60
how-
feet.
60 feet. You, well, close to the gate when you are fairly next to it, not too far. You definitely sense 2 undead with inside.
Because there's a bit of an undead presence up there.
Cool.
Well, definitely be on your guard then.
When are we not?
That's fair.
No signals coming off the corpses.
None whatsoever. They seem to only be coming from within inside the facility.
Well, Iron Stride can be our front man in case the Warforged see us. See a hopefully friendly face. And I'll be right next to him in case any undead jump us.
Alright, I'm gonna do the thing that I've never done before. I'm going to look for traps.
What?
Alright. So go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Okay. Ooh, I don't have advantage, so I keep forgetting to turn it off.
Outside, it looks like there was definitely an ambush here. It looks like it came from all directions, especially looking around for traps and other such things. You do see what looks like small bells that have been drawn out, almost like what soldiers would do to make a perimeter, by a very fine fishing line.
So they were clearly expecting something bad to happen to them, and it did.
Mm-hmm. But it does not look like their bells have been tripped.
Do you think the
What?
bells are for the Warforged or for these guys who were killed?
Oh, do you mean like the bells were set up by the Warforged and these guys just happened to come in and die?
Yeah. Well, these guys were ambushed. Maybe they set off one of these bells.
Do you really
Well-
think Warforged are gonna lay bells down as...
I mean,
Depends how
It's
smart
not-
they are.
it's not outside the realm of possibility, but regardless, I have a feeling there's other things on this island that also want to kill them.
I'm excited.
Maybe the things that attacked them were.
Think we should ring the dinner bell and
Oh, yes.
just so we don't get jumped. Get the jump in there.
You seem to have a very reversed expectation of what's going to happen, but I mean,
If we know we're about to get jumped, we'll have more of an advantage.
Even though we don't know where they'll be coming from or what's coming for us.
what if they tunneled through the Four Veilus?
You guys could hide and I'll step on their bell. Or maybe the big middleman who probably isn't good at hiding.
You know, I completely forgot about that book I took from the captain's cabin. I didn't even read it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess you can ring the bell if you want. I'm not going to stop you. I don't think it's going to do anything.
Is this set up like around the camp or like in
In the
Entrance.
main area of the entrance.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, it's set up like across the entrance to the facility?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they were. Oh, so that means the things that came to kill them didn't come from inside the facility.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's wing it.
I think we're being watched.
Well, if we're being watched, it's not by any humans or giants, constructs.
There's a couple undead up ahead. They might be smart enough to be watching us.
What do you think? It's more vampires?
Oh god, I hope not.
You know what will
It's
help
a little
us?
too temperate here for that.
What, Mesky? What'll help with this?
Maybe if we move forwards rather than standing here talking about it.
Well, I'm gonna purposely stand on the bell.
I died yesterday, okay? I can be a little bit cautious for once.
Alright.
Yeah, but you can also fly away.
Not indoors.
There's a reason most of my race doesn't like caves and windows.
Quickly moving back to this.
Makes sense.
Just so we can have a spot for everyone.
Ah, yes, that beautiful blue water.
Yes. Just picture a dangerous, ugly facility in front.
I don't
Okay.
like that we've been moved to another map. Almost seemingly like something bad's about to happen.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Alright.
Chaos control.
So, Valos, you do so.
who drew these squares on the ground?
That was God.
God said, I let there be squares, and there were squares.
Damn.
You know, I'd be up close-ish to Velus.
Hey, look at that entourage.
So, as you step on the bell, these boys come walking out through the gate. The gate does not open, they walk through the bars.
Oh,
Creepy.
I'll just throw my hands up in front of me and say, "Hey there."
What are you doing here, citizen? This is the Warforged. You're not supposed to be near these facilities. It's dangerous. Return to your family.
Did he say Wolfram?
Yes.
Like these super old ghosts.
Wait, Iron Striker.
We have orders here
That's
to get this guy checked out. Point Stein straight. here for his repairs.
Yeah. Yes. Repairs. Roll a deception.
Deception. What the fuck is that?
Duh.
Alrighty. Let me quickly pop these guys out real quick. So at this point, you can tell they're a little paranoid, but they are trying to be a little cautious.
This is a Warforge facility, right?
It is, but
I'm asking this to them.
yeah, as you say that, you're like, he's looking over Iron Stride and sees that no damage because it's been mended already. And
Except for his system update.
he looks back to you and pulls this ethereal blade, looking at. Who sent you? Are you working with the giants?
Edel Kronstein. He's on charge back in the gag room.
That you see him squint like he's trying to remember something. You tell not everything's there for these wraiths. You're here to have him updated with the new weaponry.
We're also here to meet some of the Warforged you have inside.
Meet some of the Warforged they use for battle. You roll a persuasion check.
No.
So with that, he looks to his fellow like, to arms! These fools are only trying to steal our weapons.
I
No.
tried being nice.
It was worth a shot. You could tell it was working. It's just unfortunate that meeting with a Warforged when they were considered weapons back in their day.
It's true.
Yeah.
Hey.
Natural 20.
Hey.
Damn.
Keeping up
Hey.
fucking
Solid
always
roll.
being last
Oh
on
my
my
God.
initiative 4 fights in a row.
I rolled a 4 and a 20 on my initiative, so I'll take my applause now.
420 blazes.
Nice.
If only your modifier was 6.9 instead of 6.2.
Sorry for not having like 34 decks. My mistake. I'll go buy some more textbooks.
Oh, it goes right before me, even though you rolled so well.
Jesus. Alright. Alrighty. So, Tereth.
Quick draw. I'll shoot the top one. That boy.
Dab.
Alright, advantage back on since he hasn't gone yet. That's on. They're like some kind of ghost, right?
Yes, they are very clearly undead.
Okay, so I don't get any favorite enemy bonus. Okay. Bang. Bang.
Oof.
Bang.
Oh, definitely hits. Which one? The one with the dark red
Top
background?
one.
Alright.
In a
Yeah.
different background.
They different.
That means they're important.
And we're killing them.
I tried.
Well, the only person you can blame is the dice.
And Brad for not inspiring me.
Yeah, makes sense. I blame Brad.
Typical Brad.
I too blame Brad.
Sure, alright.
With those
So
three
accepting of his fate.
with those 3 shots, you can tell you definitely bloodied this wraith, but he's still standing.
Good, powerful wraith. I am done.
Branimir of the Brandyberries, not the
Oh.
elderberry.
I'll viciously mock the one that just got shot.
Alrighty, mocking the commander.
You were supposed to have died a millennia ago. Give up the ghost.
I tried to die with my friends, okay?
Give up the ghost. Fuck.
I get it.
Alrighty, will that be all?
That will be all, sure.
Misky,
Ugh, I feel bad. Ice Mick, a couple games, please.
alrighty.
Hopefully now you can lay to rest. Many, many fire damage. 1, 2, 3.
Burn! They all hit.
1, 2, 3. Hey. Stop typing. Click. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
At that, before this one even has the chance to react. Banished. Finally, from the mortal plane.
Okay, and I will move back because, yeah. That's not darn.
Alright. We got this place with our life. We will never stop the war front, no matter how many people worship the giants.
No one worships the giants in Sorville.
Then he has to assail Alice because he's the one who tried to fool him.
Damn.
That's what you get for being polite.
Yeah.
So,
I have to use my charisma at some point in this campaign.
Yeah, like you're the second best person to talk to people. Like, I trusted in you.
both just clang right off your armor. They don't even get through.
Oh yeah, he gets disadvantage to attack me as well. I'm permanently protection from good need.
Oh.
Alrighty. Better.
This is just a pain. I'm not even firebolt. Phew. Oh, what a shame.
Oh my god. This is what happens when you don't put any enthusiasm into it.
Oh no. Whatever will I do? Looks like someone else will have to deal with it.
Yeah. How about that? I'm sorry, soldier. Execute Order 66.
Oh, he's moving for advantage too.
I don't even have to roll.
Classic.
They hit anyway.
The classic case of the fuck yous. With that. Screams into eternity.
I found that my story was a little more accurate.
It is unfortunate, but it makes sense that they would think of us as weapons still.
A little
So-
bad.
We can assume the Warforged inside are probably not intelligent.
I do not know.
We can assume they still think the war is active.
Wow, that's really judgmental of you to assume that.
Yeah, we assumed after we got information, Brad.
You see, Brad, we based our assumptions on actual data
Informed
Mhm.
assumption.
instead of just throwing it out there like a
Oh,
callous
does-
stereotype.
Past experience, no longer data.
Well, it's a different time and place, Brad. You should
No,
know.
this is exactly the same as that
Gosh.
other place.
It's 3087.
How is it
Brad.
exactly the same?
Warforged facility.
We're just being...
Okay, guess continue ahead.
Yeah, time to go in with Einstride up front.
Alright.
I can hear children inside.
Thanks.
I don't think we're going to be able to convince them to not fight us, but hopefully...
Oh no, but at least he's a nicer face to see before, you know.
Gosh, I was holding
us.
the bird. Okay, good. You
Right.
still not be correct.
I can't. Oh no.
I'm blind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
There's
I
not
don't.
enough space to fit everyone on.
I don't like
Oh.
this.
Well,
Uh,
Top left, I'm assuming?
Middle
what are
left.
those? Oh, they're
Oh,
hard.
beauty.
I do
This
like
looks-
how pretty this map is.
Mhm.
Terrathian.
I'm here. I got my
Hey,
right spot.
Alright, so everyone can
I'm
see.
obliged to
Like
ask.
it looks very nice. It looks awful.
Honestly, I'm considering retiring here.
Josh, is there a light source in this cave?
There is not.
I reluctantly get
My
out
sword
of
is a
dodge.
light source.
Hooray!
Oh,
Hmm.
dark vision.
Classic.
It's like,
Keaton.
why are y'all complaining? Alright, Miski's a fucking tiefling. I got the dark vision.
So,
Now you're a fish.
Sorry.
Do you know if we don't want to go around signaling our location with your glowing torch?
Oh, actually, it's not a light source. That's the sun.
Even better. Brad, hang on. I reached
Alright.
into my pocket and pull out the night vision goggles that I've had for like ever.
Oh,
Here,
goes
these
so
will
well with my mask of persuasion.
help
I'm
you.
a weirdo.
Can you still see?
Oh yeah, I have night vision. I don't remember what gives me dark vision, but I know I have it.
Probably
Haven't
the
needed
equivalent
the-
of
Alright.
Wait,
thanks
does
for that.
Einstride have dark vision?
Yes. I
possible.
think I think he sees in black and
He
white
d-
all the time.
no.
anyway.
It's built
that. He
in.
does. He has
Sorry.
Goggles.
He has goggles at night. We got ones from like a couple.
That's right. So it's been so long since, you know, we've been in the dark.
I'm sure Notliv could have built him night vision in the last like 2 years.
Oh,
if he
absolutely.
didn't have it.
Built in,
Alright, so as you enter into this very musty entrance, you can see the wrought iron gates in front of you threefold, as well as what looks like multitudes of arrows that killed somebody or something, and massive amounts of bloodstains. At the main foyer of the entranceway of the four-way intersection ahead of you, you can see various papers, broken weapons, skeletons, what looks like the remains of a body, and a flail beside it. 4 razors that sit in the room unlit, filled with oil. The skulls in the left side brazier seems to be a collection of possibly the expeditionary forces that had initially probably came through here.
Well, first problem, how do we get these gates up?
Iron Stride.
Right, on it. He needs to
Just gonna be loud straight away then, huh?
Didn't sense any other undead closer.
So, well, actually, correction. As you do get closer, Valis, you
I
do.
don't know if it lasts. I think I have to pop it again for dabbing.
Alright,
Until the end of my next turn, yeah. I'd have to do it again.
alright, and it's up to
Yeah, we can do
60
it like
feet,
5
correct?
times, right?
Yeah, I'll do it again to see if anyone's gonna hear. 60 feet.
60 feet. You do pick up another 2 pings.
I think I can tell the exact location.
Yeah, so let me point in the direction. You would sense it through this wall.
In the wall.
Going through the wall, obviously. But clearly that
About
direction.
that far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually might hear us. But I mean, unless you have any other ideas.
Well, surely there's a way for these things to open.
Well, those dead bodies got in somehow.
Right.
I could give it a try, but unless somebody has something else.
Let me check Telrath's bag of tricks.
Well, if they're closed by gravity, suppose you could lift them up.
Unless these birds are made out of aarakocra, so I can use my anatomy book on them.
So, with that, Ironstride's just going to grab on, start wrenching these things up, in which they go up fairly easily. It is by gravity.
Cool.
Oh. Gonna check an immovable rod under.
I only have one.
I mean, if they can lift that easily, can we not do
Right.
it again?
Bought one the other day.
I did buy one the other day.
But
Because I don't want things closed behind us if we need to escape.
Okay, if we are movable rod one of them, then Einstrad and Miski can lift up the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that one
Alright.
is dealt with. So now the other two, easily enough to be lifted upon.
Nice.
Oh, that one.
I lift.
Alrighty. So those two will be lifted. You'll be able to pass through, but do keep in mind once you pass through them, they will be dropped back down.
I'll put a rod underneath that one too. If we need to run away, we should only have one gate.
Okay.
So we can lift two and we'll just close the last one behind us.
That's a good
Slowly
safety.
close it, or just let it slam closed.
I'll drop it down gently.
Mm-hmm.
So you set it down gently. You could pass.
If you want to pause for a minute, I can put something underneath it as well.
We can do that with the
What
last
can you
one.
do that does that?
Pardon?
What can you do that does that?
I will literally just create a block of stone that will hold it off the ground.
Alright.
Sure.
Effective.
I guess.
It would be easy to break two on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, definitely take a moment.
Can I just try and analyze real quick what direction all these arrows came from?
So for that, go ahead and roll me a
Why you're going up ahead?
investigation.
In case you want me to talk to something. Is that not my job?
Alright, Mitchell, on you go.
Alrighty, so you can tell that these arrows definitely came from further down the hall. Like they were fired in repelling invaders. And seeing a little further up, what looks like a couple of rocks that fell down probably cracked someone in the head years ago. Their papers scattered all around the floor, as well as what looks like a broken glaive that's just kind of set on the floor as well.
Can I tell if they were just shot, or they might have been shot out of like some sort of trap?
For that, you're not really sure. You could tell the trajectory, but not what they were shot by.
Again, this is an ancient facility, so how fresh is this blood?
For this is actually very fresh blood, as well as the body
Well, that's concerning.
off to the left. The one arrow
Alright.
looks like it was pulled out of the body, thrown to the ground, and then they fell down bleeding out.
Recently attacked.
Well, we have seen Warforged with crossbows for hands, so
There are 18 Warforged in here, so
careful, Brett. There's undead up to our left.
I already see them.
As you see them,
You can see them. Looks like they're merrily going for repeatedly cooking dinner for the entire barracks.
Oh, lovely.
At that point, you do see them, Faust, and they just wave happily at you as you enter in.
Oh,
Just do like a silly.
I wave back.
They seem harmless.
And they just continue mucking about with their recently, well, very clearly recently collected supplies as they light a fire and start cooking up some fresh sausages that were clearly recently.
Oh my
collected.
god! Yeah,
Human
cool.
sausages? Hmm?
Sausages.
Yeah, human sausages.
Yeah, I wonder where all that blood
That
came
makes
from, guys.
sense.
I mean,
Eh.
I don't think ghosts eat people, but
Well, something in here must eat. Or the ghosts.
Wait, what are they
Perhaps-
feeding?
Maybe the ghosts don't realize they're actually dead. I hope they know.
I want to look at this corpse.
Huh?
Hmm.
Josh, my dark vision is supposed to be longer than this.
Yeah.
How long is
I
your
perform,
life?
120.
I perform observe paperwork.
Jesus. Well, if I had a friend who could talk to dead bodies, but I can't do that, that'd be pretty useful.
You had a friend?
Alrighty. So,
Yeah, I have cleric friends.
you look at the paperwork, Telrath, and you realize
Makes
that
sense.
these are designs for Warforged, but not full complete schematics, but partial.
Do they look like any of the ones we have on our ship, or
Not
just
even
like general
close.
design notes?
One looks variant to maybe a dog. Another one that looks like it's
So cool.
an outline of maybe a skeletal body frame, and then the third one is a very, well, bulky shoulder plate. As far as you could tell, it looked like they just kind of grabbed what was available and then booked it.
Well, we'll put that in the pocket to show to everybody later, because, you know.
Does this guy's mace have blood on it?
Yes, it does.
Would I assume that is his blood, or that he hit something with blood?
It's easily discernible that it is his blood because it looks like he was clutching his flail to his side where the arrow was clearly ripped out.
Alright. Just checking if he hit a fleshy.
No.
Well, yeah, if I could talk to this guy, that'd be useful, but I can't do that.
Hello.
Onwards.
She's ever think we're in like the wrong business.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna check if he has any, like, paperwork on him that says, like, hey, go check out the thingy.
Alright.
Convenient Skyrim notes.
So, as you pat this guy down, you definitely see what seems like a clear guild insignia, maybe for an explorers group. Obviously, that way they can know which group they belong to. As to the other paperwork, you can see that you do see a ledger that this person has, mentioning to collect any possible Warforged papers that can be found. Also to be aware of possible undead and other bizarre creatures that could have, happened from the facility or the war, as they're not sure what else could be on the isle.
Does it mention anything about who requested these Warforged papers?
So, in the searching for that, it would be a Margaret Fallow off into the sections and cities of Phaenaquia.
Ooh.
Shh.
We know that.
Yeah, we do. Which direction has the most Warforged, by my sense? This is the only thing I can really tell.
In which direction is the giggling children? I wish to avoid that route.
For the Warforged and the Giggling Children, the Giggling Children is definitely to the south.
Oh god.
It's a lot of blood to the south as
Well,
well.
Yeah.
the Giggling Children is definitely, well, I should say to the south and to the north as well.
Oh.
It's everywhere. Telrath, you can sense the Warforged are kind of like in that direction. Yeah.
Sorry, I got myself.
Well, I vote we go this way. Most of the Warforged are over here.
Okay, sounds good.
This is the direction where the arrows came from.
Don't you
That
like
makes
how
sense.
the wall has divots? Is that a trap thing?
Usually put torches in there, from what I can tell.
Oh, why don't you take a look for them then?
I look for traps.
Alright. Go ahead and roll the investigation.
I am so bad at this.
Well.
Yeah.
Ironically, as you look for it, both you and Valis,
Yeet.
classic fashion.
That's why I moved up right there.
So this is going to be against both of you. Radimir, 21 to hit you, and Valis,
Yes.
a 16.
Yep.
As these buzzsaws come down, grinding across the floor. Clip into Bradimir, grind against Valis' armor. And they fucking, oh god. They do 55 as they just start fucking grinding across and into Bradimir's side and leg, across his thigh, as he crosses the path. And then they retreat back into the ceiling once more.
Wow.
Oh,
What was that about looking for traps?
Valis,
I found them.
No, fellas. God, it's the Coral Kingdom all over again.
This is a safe area
So-
in the middle, you know?
Well, you
Oh my god.
you jumped over to the other one, so this one's
Oh.
gotta be a fucking another attack towards.
Oh my god.
No,
I
that
love
explains the
these.
arrows down the corridor.
Holy shit, they're like javelins.
Alright, so fucking javelins come flying out of you. Thankfully, do not pierce your armor. And then you hear another. What do you do?
I'm gonna the fuck out of this hallway.
Wait, was that sound coming from this way or this?
The fucking wall that you've just got shot by.
Well, it's reloading. Y'all better hurry up.
Alright. So with that, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, what is that?
17? I think it's a
Is
good
that a
one.
You know what? I want to go hang out with the children.
As a massive. Alright, so you,
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
Wow.
you are perfectly safe for a change. At least you feel like it. As the massive gate comes down and forces you to the other side, out of sight, and
Oh.
it is a complete iron wall, and you're now alone on the other side.
Well,
That's fine
Oh.
by me. I'm just gonna wait here.
what the
Yeah, so
fuck
let's
is
go
that?
this way.
We can't abandon Valis, his wife will
This
kill us.
Vladimir's leg is just like horrifically bleeding.
Are you any good at dismantling traps?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Should we check on it? Just on the stones. Are you okay?
I heal with.
Fucking Mark starts like, here, let me help. Like, trying to help fucking tourniquet Bradimir's side and fucking leg.
Okay.
I mean, I've dabbled in Misky. Do you want me to try?
And Valis, you would definitely.
I'd love to
hear them
see
on-
you try.
the
I'll pull you back if I need to.
I can't see how far that is because it's black.
So that's your divine sense as you do it again.
Yeah, I wanna. Because
You sense
Not yet. Actually-
another 4 to your northwestern.
Yep. Northwest.
Well, watching Valis prance.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you made it look easy.
Yeah, I'm a pro at this.
As he glides past, then Branimir comes back with half his leg almost fucking cut off.
It doesn't sound like you guys waited for it to reset, huh?
Alright, so... were they activated? Yes, right on the main center floor panels. Very easily, in between these sections.
So basically, whenever he stepped on the center floor panels, shit happened.
Mm-hmm. It was just a fucking chain.
And the only thing that happened when he stepped here was that the gate came down.
Yeah, because he was stepping through and it fucking came down and blocked him off.
Well, alright then, I have two solutions.
Fly.
Fly. And, flying.
Well, with this carpet, can ferry us all over.
I don't think Iron Strike can fit on that car.
Does he weigh 800 pounds?
He might.
Probably.
He is like solid metal.
Yeah. Plus the flight pack.
I am close to that, but I took the flight pack off.
It's canon.
Well,
Nice.
The spell fly does not have a weight limit.
Yeah, I know. I also can just summon like eight pixies that can also all cast flies. It was never really a question of how we were going to fly down the hallway. Well, if it was how.
First,
So-
though, gotta open that gate.
Yeah, the panels right in front of the gate are safe.
Ninja.
They
Get me
triggered
down
it.
there and I can try and pull it open.
Yeah, well, do you want to do the carpet or do you want me to pixie fly you over?
Whatever is easier.
Carpet is free. I'll get off the carpet and tell it to wait for Misky to get on.
I get on the carpet.
And I command it to go to
Magic.
the other side.
Right.
Alrighty. So, obviously Iron Strike will be flying. You guys hover on up to the metal wall that has dropped down before you.
So you said it dropped?
It's
So it's
just
come from the ceiling?
Yep, completely.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, just...
Yeah, it's
Okay, so it's come
fallen
from the
towards it.
ceiling.
Yes. Yep. So go ahead and roll me. Well, you or would you prefer Iron Stride to roll the strength check? Iron Boil. Okay. Which I imagine you're into halls doing so. To the walls, to the windows. Don't be bashful. Move on up. Go. Where's the carpet?
I mean, if the roof is high enough, I'm also over there, but I don't want to get in their way.
Yeah, let's wait until the gate is open.
It's like you're scared or something, boys.
No, like I said, I'm over there. I'm just, up near the
absolutely
Yeah, I help.
scared of
We
fire
lift!
damage.
Alright.
Come on, Iron Boy. Do it.
Alright, so it's gonna be flat strength. Advantage as Minsky is helping.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, you lift it up, you hear the heavy snap of metal bars as they push up. And then that returns back to that gym layer, but as everyone's sitting on the carpet, where Minsky and Iron Shredder are at the front, Telrath, Radomir, and Miller, and I assume you're on the carpet or not flying?
I'm like above them in the hallway.
It's a 4x6 cup. I feel like it would fit 2 people.
Yeah.
So me and Miller.
I mean, I can fly.
Can you do that at will?
Yeah. It just costs my action.
Not like a spell slot or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, it just
well,
costs my action to maintain. like every round.
So you
Okay.
would be hanging back there for the moment.
Yeah.
Well, once the gates open, I'd catch up and fly through.
Alright. Unfortunately, well then Telrath would be the only one because he's kind of a little bit shunted, unfortunately, but they are not the most accurate. As the javelins will fire once more, and the blades will go once again. The gate is being forcefully uplifted.
Oh.
And my fucking god, it hits with a 26.
But I mean, like, aren't I in the middle here? I'm just confused. Like, I mean, I watched the javelins go off. I don't really feel like I'd stand in their line of fire.
Alright, so, well, you would have to be at the point where Brenner is, so I'll just accept on that front of you'd be there. So, the gate is open.
If there was no hope of me actually being there without being in front of the javelins, then I wouldn't stand there.
Alright. Alrighty. So,
do the traps go off forever while the gate is up?
For the javelins, they do continue to fire. It's like it looks like to be a safety mechanism that has gone off. For the bowsaws, it looks like they went off one more time. Obviously, it looks like this has been built up in the emergency of possibly. Well, yeah. At the same time, you assume that they have ammunition. So, if you guys, I would assume, wait a couple of seconds for the javelins to finish firing until they are scattered everywhere.
We'll wait no longer than a minute. In case they have thousands javelins.
Right. So, after a good minute of constantly hearing and the walls being clanged by metal and stick, all the javelins are expended, and the hallway.
It's just a pile of.
Yeah, just a huge pile of javelins.
Alright. Then we all float over all the pressure plates.
Okay. So. These fools want to just run through.
It's not that easy, Velis.
Huh?
Acting like we're all superheroes here.
It's good that you waited.
Wait, we lifted it up and it stayed up?
Yep, it stayed up. You flat broke it.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, it clearly wasn't designed to be forcefully pushed up when it was locked, and I mean, Iron Stride's insanely strong.
There's some more ghosts left.
Cool.
We need to be careful.
About 4. I didn't sense anything anywhere else there. Is this a wooden door?
Is that a fucking landmine?
The door ahead of you is a large pair of very, very heavy metal doors, side by side.
Yeah.
They're extra thick. But obviously, upon the very musty four-way intersection here, you do see the remains of someone with a dried blood stain underneath, as well as the battered hallway that looks like it has seen quite a fair amount of combat, as well as what looks like a semi-crumbling hallway to your south with a pile of bones, as well as what looks like it leads into maybe a barracks, and you can hear the sound of orders being barked out and discussions being had by what sounds like soldiers.
Oh.
Alright, radar bird, which way do you think we should go?
So, side note, the northern end of the hall
What's a
has
radar?
crushed door frames, as the two hallways that lead off have clearly been broken down. But, Bird, you sense that way.
Veos, it connotes my species of bird. Don't be so racist. I'm a radar bird.
And also just let me know when you're pinging Veos.
I'm not gonna do it until we move. I don't want to ping the same spot multiple times.
Fair enough.
Well, all the Warforged are down this way, so I'm guessing these two ways either include a lot of undead or a lot of traps.
Well, what's our plan here? Are we gonna exterminate all these undead and take the part?
I'm gonna be honest, Valus. Assuming the part is here, we probably won't be able to move it because the only things left are the really heavy ones. The giants will probably kill whatever's left here, and then they'll take whatever not nailed down that they want.
Oh yeah, we're gonna send a bunch of giants here, and they're gonna fight the Warforged anyway.
Yeah, we should see what we could do about clearing out the Warforged.
And maybe we
Not as in disposing them, but like...
Nightstra just like looks at you like, what?
No, clearing them out, like saving them, getting them elsewhere.
Right.
What I'm saying is, if we're going to enter combat, we should probably try to stealthily take out the smaller group of undead up first.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Do you want real
should-
stealth?
How?
We should try to help the Warforged if we can, but there's no sense in us fighting a bunch of ghosts when there are giants that will eagerly do it after us.
You're asking the paladin to ignore the undead.
Yes, I am.
No, I don't really care about leaving them here. That's... What's the point of us being here if we were just gonna send giants anyway?
We had to find it and make sure it was here.
Yeah, and it's safer for us to find it if there's nothing in our way.
That plan
Actually-
also has merit.
If we go talk to some Warforged and they're like, hey, you guys suck, and they call all their ghosts, I'd rather fight a couple ghost friends instead of 5
Okay,
ghost
but
friends.
what if we go try to take out the ghost friends and they call in their Warforged friends?
Well, the
That's-
Warforged are all the way the ghosts up here on their own.
Alright, well, let's deal with the ghosts first. Valus is right, we probably don't want to get cornered.
Yes, I would hate for them to have 15 banshees that come out of the wall and scream at us.
I know, it'd be real unfortunate.
That would be very sucky.
I don't know what you mean.
Bastard.
Banshee
Alright.
party, banshee party, banshee party.
Oh, hells yeah, let's do it.
We doing some real bad stealth checks up the hallway?
Oh no.
You know, you want to know what you call real bad stealth checks? Pass without trace.
Hell yeah.
Everybody gets plus 10.
Alright.
Oh good.
10 at disadvantage.
I love plus 10. At advantage.
Nice.
I don't have a thing that has a 10.
Shit.
So.
14.
Nice.
Ah, the plus 3 shouldn't be there, so it should be 29.
Only 29?
Only 29.
Jeez.
He got 39.
No, I already have the plus 10.
Oh, you already added? Okay.
I
In
always
that case,
have
we
pass
both
without
got
trace.
29. Hell yeah.
Nice.
I forgot I had advantage, so I had to flex. I mean, it's not like it really matters. I mean, everybody else definitely didn't get as good, but you know.
I
We're
don't
kind of
mind
quiet.
going first,
Well, stop there.
but go, why do I always follow Brad?
Because you're trying to protect him because he's squishy and keeps putting himself first.
Yeah.
I'm having fun.
Alrighty, so I need you guys to roll me a quick dexterity, followed by a very swift athletics.
It's not a pressure plate I stood on, was it?
It is not for this one.
Well, alright.
As this one's thankfully this is quick to move and even quicker to move. Radomir barely makes it as both of you get chased
Oh my god.
northbound by a floor grinder.
That's awesome.
Comes down from the ceiling and starts flattening the hallway, so you guys get moved northbound for the time.
I I don't want to be no.
Could we not dodge this way?
Unfortunately, not. Doing that would literally wedge you into the wall.
Yeah, I'm okay with not being wedged.
All right.
That's down.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
That's really cool. You stop doing that,
And
mate.
now I
Stop.
step on the landmine here.
When you get up to that, it is a soldier's helmet.
Oh.
I will try not to kick it as I run past.
Stop there.
Why'd you move further?
Because we're getting chased by a thing.
I was going the whole way.
I don't know.
Well, it stops at Branimir and Bells.
Oh,
Nice.
I thought it was going to keep going.
Roll me another dexterity saving throw real fast.
The hell's going on up there?
Certified trap tester.
Oh no, I just hear screams. Sorry,
So-
very manly yelling. My bad.
My first
You guys see
Poke my head around the corner.
poke your head around the corner. You see Branimir stopping as the thing starts raising back into the roof and disappearing again. And then Valis falls down into the floor grinder and is going to start taking 10d10 bludgeoning damage every round until he can make his way free.
I am going to jam my magical shield in between these grinders. So it's either going to break or stop.
Oh shit. Rolled to 28. Oh my god.
Well, it's a 28 on the
It's
first
low
damage.
damage.
And then go ahead, as you try and forcefully jam it, roll me a flat strength check as you're trying to resist the grinders as you're being tumbled around.
Haha, they are magical grinders.
Alright, even better. So with that, miraculously, even though you only take the 28, you manage to turn around and as you hear as it's slowly starting to try and turn.
That fucking hurt my ankle so bad.
I help. Alright, stop. We let the bird go first. Fuck this.
And the
was
shield is
just
still
wondering.
down in there. You're gonna have to make a strength check to get it out.
Yeah, I'll wait for Ansfright to do that.
I'd like to poke my head around the corner. Aren't I your captain?
And then I was just following this idiot.
Yeah, I know. I was mostly responding to Brad telling me to go first.
I didn't think that taking one step ahead of you would trigger that.
What was that thing about
So my bad.
you having pre-existing knowledge from other places like this?
Those places did not have traps.
I'm pretty sure Cora told me there was an explosive trap that almost killed all of you.
Oh yeah, that one was great.
Well, there was one trap.
Alrighty, so obviously there's something else here, and you can very easily see the arcane eye that sits in the hallway.
Oh.
A little,
Oh, there's an arcane eye in the hallway.
yeah, there's one that sits on the cornerstone over here.
Is it invisible?
It is not invisible, but it does look like plain stonework, which is why it was not discernible.
Is it looking at me?
It is definitely looking at you.
So guys, I've got some good news and bad news.
Let's hear it.
The good news is there's somebody here who might be sentient.
Okay.
That's good.
The bad news is there's an eye in that stone wall that's looking at me.
Oh. Suppose with all these traps going off, it's not like we've hidden our presence very well.
Bruh. 2 common healing potions.
How high is the ceiling in here?
The ceiling in here is 15 feet.
Okay, so pretty uncomfortable flying conditions.
Obviously, they kept it cramped to try and keep giants out.
Yeah, that and, your traps are significantly more effective if people can't climb on the wall. Well, do we want to keep going that way, or are you guys going to have a vacation home up there?
I might need Iron Stride's help over here.
You can hear the soft grind sound like.
Well, is that one that came down from the roof going to do that again? Because that
Probably.
could be a problem.
From
That'd be fun.
experience, these things usually take a bit to reset, but we have been standing here for like 2 minutes.
I also think the eye might have controlled it. Did Valus and Vladimir step on a pressure plate, or did?
There's no pressure plate at all.
Oh, I think the eye did it. There was no pressure plate.
Can you put like a detail over the eye?
Or
Yeah, let me
like,
go stick my hand over it. It's fine.
shoot
All
it.
right. I would like to point at the eye, and then say, "Go back and forth, left to right, if you can hear."
It does, so.
Guys, the eye is intelligent.
Cool.
Be good
Okay,
for it.
well, can we ask it not to do the traps?
Hi, are you like some kind of warforged? We're here for a good reason, and we'd like to talk. Could we talk instead of dying to traps? Up and down for yes, left to right for no.
It does the left to right.
Okay, he doesn't want to talk.
Can you just shoot it then?
Alright, well, I apologize, but I'm going to have to shoot you then.
It just kind of stares blankly.
Okay, well, I pull out my pistol and I just
Alrighty. So, you hear the soft whirs of gears from the roof above slowly fade.
That actually made me feel kind of bad. There could have just been a warforged just stuck in the wall for his entire life. This is his one purpose.
But, oh my god.
You pass, Butter. Okay, well, I will tentatively step out into the hall.
Nothing happens.
Alright.
Iron Stripe kind of just looks over and sees the fucking shield that's just jammed in the fucking grinder.
Don't look, Toreth.
Don't look.
Yeah, no, he bought this shield for me.
Oh, it's the fucking wolf shield, the thing we spent like 50k on.
Yes. That's what I had at hand.
So
Well,
he'll try and reach down, try and pry it free from the grinder, but this is going to be a hard DC 30 check because it's
I'll try
wedged.
to jam in Brad's +1 shield as he's to replace it, you know.
it's like
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, something like that. I'll also inspire whoever's is Iron Stride, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, inspiration.
I'll assist the pole because I'm also strong, so.
it's going to be
Are you?
a hard 30, but
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm
You
giving
can
it
do it, I
advantage.
believe.
and it's a flat strength because he's got to break this fucker.
Can he even succeed?
No. No,
He would literally have to have roll.
the 12 won't do it.
Hey Josh, is his strength mod correct?
His strength mod is correct. He's got a 25 strength.
No, he should have a 29.
29.
He has the good belt.
Yeah, he's got the best belt. We traded back.
Alright, so 29.
So
here. That would be
Okay,
a 17, but unfortunately.
No, still can't do it.
Yeah. Even if I rolled a 12 with the brown
you want off, yeah.
Let me just.
So now I'm like punch the shit out of it on straight.
As Miller's approaching. Do you have a better
I mean, if
idea?
Brad or I grabbed it, we could just teleport it out.
That might work better.
Yeah, I suppose we could do that.
Can you guys can like shrink stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could just shrink it while holding onto it.
That sounds like the riskiest maneuver ever.
Lose it to the bottom of this.
No, like the other option is like it gets re-entangled and then the thing starts spinning again, so you get sucked in.
Or you could shrink the grinder, like one of the pieces.
I don't think that's how shrink and large reduce works. I feel like that would be really OP. Actually, it might. I think that actually is how it works.
It does work on objects.
I'm still concentrating on fly fried thread, so can you just like upside down float it just over the top of it?
Yeah, but the DC was to fight the grinder for the item.
Oh.
It's two grinders wedged together with fucking heavy steel pushing down on it.
Yeah, I think we should teleport it out.
Alright.
Nah, just pulling it again.
Just pull better.
I'll give it one more try.
Yeah, get good.
Oh, there we go.
That's doable.
There we go. And then it starts spinning up again, but you now have your wolf shield back.
Alright.
So I've come up with an idea. I just need a guinea pig.
As you just hear the floor grinder whirring in the background.
What sort of guinea pig?
I mean, can I just put the +1 shield in there now?
Alright. You can throw it in there. Roll me a D2, because unless you're sticking your hand back in there, by chance it will get stuck because it's just gonna get fed through.
Okay.
I mean,
and one it'll get stuck. Two it'll
fly over it now.
All right, so you jam the grinder again with a +1 shield.
Okay.
Damn, you're good at this.
Hey man, I've been dealing with traps this whole time we've been with each other. Your way is to avoid traps. My way is to. Set
I was
them
thinking.
off and almost die.
Right. If someone wants to go ahead, I can put them in a bubble that nothing can get into, and then you can just walk through everything, and we'll know where all the traps are.
That sounds like fun.
That sounds awful.
It does. I love it.
Yeah, I vote for Valis. He's been.
So I guess you're less of a guinea pig and more like a hamster.
In a ball.
Exactly.
Hamster ball.
Who wants to be the hamster ball?
I'm gonna be honest. It sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
Volunteer's tribute.
Everyone now wants to be the hamster and the Zorby.
Hells yeah.
That sounds great.
It does. Sounds fucking awesome.
Alright, look, I can only put one person in the Zorby.
Alright, Valus can do it.
No. Put 3 of us in the one and just roll us down the corridor. It's fine.
As the captain, I delegate this responsibility to him to be in the Zorby.
I mean, not gonna lie, the undead were like there, right? So it's not that much further.
It's a little oversized, so I will need everyone else to get out of the way.
Well, the floor is broken now.
Yeah, the roof grinder doesn't come back, right?
No.
Yeah,
I broke the eye that can.
He broke the butter machine.
Alright. I cast Resilient Sphere on Valus.
Alrighty.
And then, just for a boost, I kick it forward.
Alright.
Let's get fucking stuck in here because that's a circle.
Well, I mean,
You are suspended.
the shield
You are
is...
suspended within the sphere. And as such, with the sphere, you only weigh 1 pound.
Oh.
Dude.
You are also able to move by yourself at half.
Okay.
Knockback creatures 15 feet, huh?
Nothing, not
No,
physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through the barrier, in or out, though a creature in the sphere can still breathe.
That's cool.
Well, this isn't what I expect. Keep going it this way.
No trap, just go.
Alright, so when you get to there though, but as you see various needles and threads, almost like a net, just thankfully you're on the corner, so the net doesn't sink over your orb.
It just pushes me this way.
Soft a little push. As you look down the length of this hallway, you can see that it starts to tilt downward.
Downward? Like, yeah, that's...
This gives me an idea for a game. There's a ball and you
Tiefling
bounce
ball.
it around.
I'm just gonna roll back a little bit.
Maybe with like small pins?
Yeah,
Guess
maybe
I want to keep up. I found one trap.
maybe with like a monkey and some bananas as well.
That is a good alternative idea, although I was thinking something a bit smaller. You know, something you could have at like a tavern.
Why you cheaping?
Ski ball.
Okay, so I assume right there is where it starts to lean downward.
This whole hallway starts to lean downward.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
Hey, look, trap divots. Go on, Valis.
I'll keep going.
Do I sense any more walleyes?
You do not sense any more walleyes.
So that one could be reasonably
About
soon.
wallies.
So
I saw.
when you go to look around this corner, you do sense walleyes in this. You sense 6 walleyes in this. So.
Are they?
Oh, they're here, but they just didn't activate.
Well, Valis, when you get to the end of the hall, that's the fun part. Because you get to witness this without dying.
Oh no.
As you get to go for a fun ride, boy! Woo! As you get forced down the hole by the bowling ball, dude!
Oh, I definitely need one of those in the little ball machine I'll be making.
It's so perfect.
As you see
That's
this
awesome.
main entrance room for all but a moment, and then, oh shit, the floor opens up, and the ball follows after you. An absolute irony. You are now stuck between a fucking big iron ball and a very hard spiky place that is clearly poisonous as shit.
Jesus.
Did he just... Where
That's
the...
it.
Nah,
Valis is
I'm
going.
really jealous now.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Honestly,
there's
I
another
kind of want to
wall?
retire. I don't really think life is that much better. I shoot at all the walls.
Oh shit. Okay, no, we can't message him. We're going to have to just walk down.
Yeah.
I hope there aren't
What have you
more
done?
walls.
At the same time, Valis, you start to see the wall open up. And it's trying to retrieve the big iron ball.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The wall opens up?
Yep. And instead, retrieves you in the ball.
Yes! Yes!
Nice!
So you get reset and are now waiting in the ceiling. And then, in an absolute irony, you also see the other ball return as it's still activating the pressure plate, now waiting to join you in the second round of roller derby. But
Okay.
none of you know he's in the ceiling.
Oh, I guess the trap's disarmed.
Yeah, I shoot out all the eyes that I can see.
Alrighty. Phallus is now stuck in the ceiling.
Yeah. Well,
You'll be
that's
right.
what I would do. So.
So is it safe to go through and see what else is gone?
Presumably.
I'll take a tentative step forward.
Oh my fucking god.
Alright. Yeah, let's step.
Honestly.
Oh, how long does this orb last? 10 minutes or more?
1 minute.
1 minute?
Oh, God.
Okay, the minute runs out and you, Faust, you start getting crushed, and you guys probably hear on the microphone as the first 10d10 crushing damage, as the thing is looped, as you just fucking Faust screaming on the fucking microphone, baby!
Where the fuck is he?
Valus, where did you go?
I fell at all of the fucking
Do I,
where the
do I
ball
sense
came
Valus above me?
You can sense humanoids, right? As Faust takes 53 crushing damage in the first.
Oh,
I'd like to point up. He's above us.
Okay. This is
Cool.
gonna suck.
Cast
gonna heal
stone
myself
shape on
in
the ceiling
50.
above us and open it. And get out of the way.
Oh,
Doesn't
man.
that-
What do we got?
The fucking irony! Oh my god!
Is that spell instant?
Stone shape is 1 action.
Yeah,
Oh, thank God.
1 action, and you start carving it out because you need to touch the stone to mold.
Oh, yeah, it is touch. I
Iron
make a
Stride,
hole in
get
the
on your
roof
shoulders.
5 feet deep.
Yeah. Iron Stride will hover, pick you up by the waist, and hold you to the roof like a soldering iron.
A welding. I open a hole big enough for the humanoid, but not the big fuckball.
I would have. You're kind of stuck because he's kind of pinned between the fucking boulder and the wall when the fucking orb failed.
Ruh-roh.
just drop the ball.
Yeah, okay. Guess I opened the whole thing.
Okay. I would imagine Telrath and Miski have probably stood back from this.
Oh, yeah. Because I saw the
Yeah.
ball drop. I don't want any part of it.
That's okay.
Millerain is the one casting Stone Shape, I'd imagine. Bradamir is
Oh,
maintaining.
that was me, actually.
No, Brad's
Oh,
casting it.
Brad, oh no.
Hell yeah.
Alright, and Valis, you did take the 53 bludgeoning, right?
Yeah, I healed myself for 50 with laying hands.
Alrighty, so as this opens on up, Iron Stride's gonna have to try and make a dexterity save throw.
To pull me out of the way.
For both of you to get out of the way. As he is.
Well, I am on the carpet.
Alright. So, well, he wouldn't even have to be there, then. It would just be you making the dexterity saving throw.
I saved one of us. That's something nice.
Alrighty, so you managed to fucking tuck out of the way just fine. The ball falls down again and starts rolling down the hall. Valis,
Alright.
you fall out.
Uh-oh.
How did you get up there?
You take
No, where's the-
one falling damage as you fall out of the hole.
If that thing's going in a circle, doesn't mean it's going to come back.
Yes.
Hey, Brad, just want to close that hole.
I'd love to, but that was my one
I
use of
stopped
stone
running
shape.
down the hole.
Wait, why are you running?
So Valis
What?
starts running down the hall. At
Why?
this point, you guys start hearing ka-choom, ka-choom,
He's gone mad.
ka-choom.
That's cool. I'll wait for it to drop again, and then I guess we'll go down.
Jump around here.
That easily enough covered at the same point.
Okay.
Should we wait to see
Hey,
if there's a
Valis,
blood
what
stain
the
on it?
What are you doing?
Well, I can't do it again. Can you, Millerin?
Running from
No,
the
I-
boulder.
Don't believe I know that spell.
Why
Alright,
didn't you
fuck
just
it.
go backwards?
Yeah, just wait for the ball to drop and then we'll chase after it.
Ka-choom,
But why? I feel like this is a dead end and a bad idea.
ka-choom.
He just said he's
not a
still
dead
running
end.
from it.
We hear Valis call out.
On the microphone.
Into my phone.
Yeah, I asked what he was doing. He said he was running from it. Why the fuck you?
Oh, whatever. I tap my staff on the ground and cast Wall of Force along the ceiling.
At the same
That'll
time, you
do.
see the boulder. Stop.
Alright. Cool.
Motherfucker's piece of shit. Hey, look, bloodstains.
Let's balance it.
Reminds me of Barb.
No, I think that's Valis' blood.
Oh
That's
my
fresh.
God. Where does this get? Oh my god.
Hey guys.
Did he
Hello
roll
there.
along this whole thing?
Suppose.
Oh,
Damn, that's. I kind of wish I'd done it.
So.
I mean, the crouching bit would have
Oh,
sucked,
Stop
but
right there.
Mr.
Oh
Dead.
god,
Oh,
stop!
Dead.
Oh, actually, no, you're fine, you're fine.
I am on
Sorry,
the carpet. Haha.
They,
I am not.
They probably stepped
Oh, no.
aside.
There is-
Well,
I would
Misky.
have stopped. I would have stopped Misky.
Yeah, you would have stopped Misky. There, I didn't think you were gonna save us. I just wanted to fuck with her.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was hoping you would delete it.
Aw.
The where the
the
ball has
ball.
been constantly been collected from. The adamantine poison spikes at the bottom.
Oh, damn.
But obviously everyone will be safely able to enter into this section. As you look across the various
And
sections
jump.
of this room,
Whoa.
in the little alcoves, aside from the large facility clearly for research and building and crafting of various warforged constructs, you see, in all of these alcoves, constructs, all of various types.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
Cutting blades.
As well as the
Look at that.
working metal shops in the center pillars, clearly meant for cutting, shaping, and reworking all of the various metals.
now that we're like all in here, I'm just gonna jot concentration on the wall of force so the ball can roll again.
Alright, so you hear it. And it just keeps seeing it.
Can everyone get out of the way for a moment? Just
Fine out of
stand
the
along
way.
this wall. Doesn't matter which side. I
That's what I
cast
think you're gonna do.
a wall of force over the pit.
Oh no.
Alrighty, so going straight into
Oh, no.
and it stops at the third pillar. But
Hmm.
heavily
I was kind of hoping it would bounce more.
heavily damages the two repair pillars to the point of absolute no return as they're devastated. And you hear one of the people quickly call out, "What are you doing? This is not a toy shop!"
Well, it sure felt like it.
And at this point, you will see another Warforged quickly walking out, curious as to what the hell is even going on. And obviously, a lot of the various constructs starting to wear to life. And we'll leave off there for tonight.
Yeah, so cool.
Oh, he's spooky.
That was a dragon.
That's a dragon
That
doge.
might be the dog one.
It's so cool.
Is it dragon? Okay.
He's dragon doge.
I
Dude,
like
I
him.
can't-
He's like Odo Garen.
Can't
Uh-huh.
wait to fight 7 Warforged in the Thunderdome.
I mean, they probably would have been pretty reasonable with us if we explained the situation until Miller and played pinball with his
Then
workshop.
launch a metal ball into
Yeah.
their workshop.
just a little bit, yeah.
Alright.
Look, the wall of force is completely invisible. I didn't do anything.
Wow, it just bounced off that surface. Right.
Wow, it seems
Wow.
like the
After
air-
we entered the room. Yeah.
And
Look, it's his toys that broke his shit.
I don't know. I
Wow.
feel like he kind of misused the toys of how they're supposed to be done.
Nah.
But,
know,
anyways.
just a good
We
look
totally
at this
didn't-
boy before you leave.
We totally didn't shoot out all of the eyes and open up the trap so that it would permanently go just forever. That we definitely
that's
didn't do that
terrifying.
either.
Oh. He's
I
got
don't like
lightsaber.
that.
I've got Discord on my crappy second monitor, so he was just holding a handle. It's like, I don't know what that is. Dragged it over to my second monitor. It's like, oh, lightsaber.
I'm so glad you still have a really shitty one. Just doesn't see half of the things you look at.
Well, check it out. It's free monitor.
Anyways, fun session, Josh. I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
sleep. I'm really tired.
Good
Hi,
night, Nick.
Cam.
Wait,
You guys have a-
XP.
You guys have a good night.
Have a good night.
Yeah, we done.
Ooh.
Yeah, Spooky Man came out and was.
He yelled at
Stop.
Millie for breaking his toys.
He,
But he doesn't know that he's yelled at Millie for breaking his toys.
he's yelled at us for treating this place like a toy shop. Well, rather, he said that it's
fantastic.
not a toy shop, and I just told him it sure felt like one.
Fucking god.
That was fun.
That was great.
Look, man, I have 5 charisma. What do you expect?
Yeah.
If that thing did,
I expect you to be smart enough to keep your mouth shut.
Oh my god, dude.
Well,
Valis was
you'd
about
be
to be
fucking wrong.
Valis is about to become fucking crushed and it would be the second time a fucking tiefling has been perma-crushed to death. Like something in one of my games.
God damn.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was looking at my spells the whole time, like, what the fuck can I do? Nothing.
Don't worry, that's what friends are for.
Yeah, but I couldn't.
Haha,
help you guys
rock on.
'cause I was
Haha.
cancelled the thing.
Rock on, you boys.
Nice.
666. Okay.
Alright. Dinner break, and then we'll just jump into the next one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, KJ campaign. Let's get it.
Hell yeah.
I don't have the resources to run either of my games, especially not on mobile,
Unfortunately.
let alone on a fucking laptop.